Hey guys, how's it going? Kyle from editing here, and if you can hear me, you know something must have gone horribly bad. We were recording, everything was going good, we had a very good episode. I just did not realize that my computer had gone through the mixer settings and greatly reduced the sound of my microphone during the recording session. So my voice might be a little bit low. There's nothing I can do about the way we record at this point of time, so I'm going to leave it the way it is for now. The problem has been fixed for the future. If you guys still listen to this, we all appreciate it greatly. All of you that tune in every week and come by and say hi. So it's just a little bit of pain to deal with for this week, but now I know I've learned something new for the future that this might happen. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate all of you, and you all have a fantastic week.
Screaming at you for believing something different.
No, you have to dress up as a hairy penis.
That would be lit. I'll do that.
Vagina, so you have to dress up as a hairy penis. Yeah.
Dude, oh my god, if they do another march, I'm going as a hairy penis. It's fucking on.
I'd join you. All I need is a hairy penis.
Fucking hilarious. And we could just do the funky chicken dance dressed as a hairy penis.
Dude, she's right, Shawn. All I have to do is whip out my penis, and then this problem solved. And
exactly.
Then,
oh my god.
We start dancing with all the vaginas, and then we put the vaginas on their side and spread them, and then it's just
and then they play that one song like "Where is the love?"
Yeah. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 20 of the Thought Patrol podcast. I am joined by Shawn.
Yo.
And Caitlyn.
Hello.
And we are here to bring you our
joy.
Stupid ass selves. Joy. I'd say joy too. Maybe more stupidity than anything. And as always, we sit down, get ready to record, and experience some technical difficulties. And I have something wrong with one of my microphones. So I'm not going to bore you guys with any of that. If you do pay attention, if you guys were checking out the stream, you heard the same thing. We did get some more followers on our stream, though. I think we got 2 more people that came by and decided that we were worthy of a follow, which is cool. So definitely some cool stuff. I'm glad that you all care enough to drop a follow, do whatever you do. And if you are from the stream and you're listening to the podcast, welcome. This is what we mainly do. All the other stuff is just extra stuff to kind of build a community and give you guys more content. So, how's everyone's week been? How you guys doing? I'll let you go first, Shawn. You sexy beast.
Yeah. I've been, practicing my sweet ninja skills. Saved a few countries, cured some cancers. The usual.
Yeah, and then quickly denounced any of it being connected to you, so it never got on the news, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why this is all going to sound like I'm talking complete shit, is because I don't want credit for it. Exactly. It's just done out of the goodness of my heart.
Yeah. Ooh, excuse me. So seriously, you got anything that you want to share with us?
Not a damn thing. Just been working, saving money, getting ready to do Halloween Horror Nights, man.
Nice.
Are you going?
Other than that, hell yeah, I go every year. I go numerous times if possible. You should go with.
We're planning to go next year.
We're going next year.
I've been trying to talk Antony into getting you guys to go this year. That's been the general idea.
I wanted to go this year, but everyone thought it was too soon.
I didn't think it was too soon. I
what
just
the
think
fuck?
We're like
soon?
A month away, and everyone's like, "Go drop whatever you're doing." People got plans. We don't know exactly what everyone else is doing.
Suck my ass.
Whoa. Gladly.
But you have a car. You could always meet. You come out. Meet me, and we could do it. And then
thing is, I work.
Go to Halloween Horror Nights.
And good.
But if we do it on I was just thinking we do it on a weekend, but you work weekends.
I work weekends.
Well, I don't. So.
Well, that's why we.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, but you can schedule them off. That's the amazing thing about work is you schedule.
I know, but it's not as simple as it sounds. Because I have to provide solid reasoning behind it, which is stupid. But that's because my store is a piece of garbage. And
it's called lying.
Yeah, I got some family business, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
We're going
Peace out.
to
Yeah, you guys gonna check out Halloween?
we're going to see another Ghibli movie tomorrow, and I took time off work, and I had my excuses of family wedding.
Family wedding.
So one word, Kyle.
We're gonna get
Lie.
wed to Studio Ghibli
Yeah.
and enjoy their time.
Just
for
whatever you do,
a
do
couple
not say
hours.
where you work in the podcast, or that might turn around and bite you in the ass.
Yeah, no.
Just
Yeah,
tell
'cause
them.
Of course, we're so popular.
Oh yeah.
God forbid someone ends up listening. Yeah, no. We're gonna keep the place I work a secret, unlike Antony with his apple farm. And
Oh yeah, me with my Chick-fil-A.
yeah,
Everyone knows I work there
the
now.
Chick-fil-A strategy or stratagem.
At least I don't work with assholes. So,
Right here.
Kyle, I fucking hate you.
What do you mean? She's like looking everywhere else except the microphone.
I'm right here.
How hard is that to understand?
Kyle, fuck off.
It's not that hard. It's like,
Just fuck off.
there's something I have to look at and speak into, but I simply refuse to do it because Kyle wishes so, and I must spite him with all of my might.
I want to leave. 5 seconds away. Say it one more time, bitch. See what happens.
We're gonna have our first ever someone leaving the podcast in the middle of the podcast.
Go take a damn nap.
Oh
Don't
man,
leave.
how about you, Kevin? How have you been doing?
You
Been
know,
chill?
the regular, yeah. Been trying to play Infinite. That's not working out very well.
Why have you not?
'Cause, yeah, I've been doing shit, alright?
Doing shit, school, work.
I played the first Bioshock, which was...
It was good. What'd you think about that?
Fantastic.
I felt it was really short-lived.
Well,
I didn't-
Bioshock.
I didn't really know who the main evil person was.
What?
What?
Like, you know how...
How'd you play the game?
Okay,
and
so
not
you know how
understand
you
They
that?
have,
make
like,
that
the-
clear from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, they say it's Andrew Ryan, right?
Whoa, spoilers.
It is.
That's not a spoiler. That's the first thing you do.
Spoilers.
No, for the whole game.
First this,
Have you ever
and then-
played
It's
Bioshock?
first this, and then Darth Vader is Luke's father. I mean, like, come
Oh
on.
my Yeah, this game came out like 10 years. Okay, first they say it's Andrew Ryan, and you have this guy
The next
talking
thing
to
you're
you.
gonna tell me is Han Solo's dead, right?
Kyle, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So they tell you
Wait,
it's
what?
Andrew.
Go ahead.
I
Andrew
rest my
Ryan.
case. No, fuck
Oh,
you guys.
I
I rest my
rest
case.
my case. Objection. So that's it. You enjoyed?
Well, you guys keep interrupting me, so I'm done.
You played Infinite.
I interrupted you once.
Kyle's been sitting here doing it the entire time.
Whoa! Don't scream.
You cannot hold me responsible for like the 50 times he did it. Finish your statement, please.
Okay, so first they had Andrew Ryan
Uh-huh.
as your enemy, and then there's this guy talking the whole game, like his name's Atlas,
Uh-huh.
and you find out his name is something else I don't remember,
Uh-huh.
and then he's like the true enemy,
Uh-huh.
and I just like don't know who, like Andrew Ryan. I don't know if he was the bad guy or not. The other guy was definitely a bad guy because you had to like kick the shit out of him,
Kick the shit
and there
out
was
of
like
him.
this big
I thought
boss
that was
battle.
Andrew Ryan.
No, there's Andrew Ryan, and there's
Isn't
Sean.
his
Have you
name-
played Bioshock? What's the name of the other
isn't his
guy?
name just
Yeah.
Adam? Isn't his name just Adam?
No.
Or no, Adam's
Oh,
the name of the ship
Atlas?
that they take.
It's
Oh,
What's Atlas's real name?
Andrew Ryan.
I don't remember. He was. I think he was Andrew Ryan.
No,
That's what I
hold
He
thought
was
on.
a
too.
solid disguise or
Googling
some
it.
shit. Yeah, Google it. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played it.
This is an active.
I know
Google in
that
the process.
you get there and Atlas and Andrew Ryan dies in front of you, or he was already
Frank
dead. I don't
Fontaine.
remember
That's his
which.
name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have Andrew Ryan,
And Frank.
and then
Fontaine.
you kill Andrew Ryan, right?
Uh-huh.
You kind of like just beat the shit out of him with a golf club,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
and then
he was a little bitch.
he was really easy to kill, right? And then you
Now, was Frank Fontaine the Would You Kindly, or was that?
yeah,
Andrew
that's
Ryan?
the way.
Yeah, he's the one that programmed you.
Yeah, he's the
Okay.
one that. And then I'm just like, whoa. So who's like the bad guy? It's
Fontaine.
Fontaine, yeah. But
Ryan
why
is-
would you
but,
kill-
Is but a pawn
I know you were like
of the
kind of.
grander scheme.
I know you were like kind of tricked into killing Andrew Ryan,
Uh huh.
but he still seemed like the bad guy. I don't know.
I don't know.
I gotta take a shit.
I haven't played in a
Andrew
very long
Ryan
time.
was a misguided fool who believed in Ayn Rand, who is a giant pile of garbage.
There you go.
But is the
I
man
can't-
entitled
I
to
hate-
a sweat on his brow? Sean?
Yeah, I fucking hate objectivism so damn
What
much.
the hell?
Like I thought
Scream,
I was gonna
man.
love it, and one of my best friends who's just like me. He's like, dude, you're gonna love it. You need to read this book, Atlas Shrugged. You need to get into fucking objectivism. It's totally us. And then I read it, and I'm like, I don't know. This is kind of like a dick move, 24/7. It's just being an asshole a lot. I did not really get into objectivism And then when I read up on it, it's just not really my style. I think I care more about other people than just myself.
Is that what Andrew Ryan was like following after?
Yeah, well, it was all about like it. It's not about. It's all about you and the results of your work, and nobody else benefiting from you. So, like, taxes or church or other groups. Like, he doesn't believe in government getting any money. He doesn't believe in. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this.
Oh, I watched the whole speech.
Speaking, it's all about. Yeah, I mean, it's all about your own effort and other people not getting this basically steal from your effort, so to speak.
Not getting to like benefit
like
from
fair use.
Yeah.
Like he's like the enemy to socialism. Like socialism, like everything is everybody.
Yeah.
No, he's saying that like what's yours is yours. It's not the government's. It's not the church.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they're
like
very
yours.
against church. They're against government. They're against socialism. They're very, very against all that kind of stuff. Like hardcore against it.
Right.
Okay.
But like I don't understand like the whole point of the speech because what's the name of the city? What's the name of the city? I just played the damn game.
I don't remember. It's been such a long time since I played that game.
Okay, well the name of the city, like you don't see how it functions or anything.
Rapture.
So, Rapture.
Rapture.
Got it.
Yeah. But the thing is it was all rewarding the smart people, the pretty people, the ones with money, the ones with businesses, like the poor, the destitute. They're pretty much left to fend for themselves. You're not responsible for those people. You're not responsible for mankind. You only have to take care of numero uno because, you've earned it. It's your money, so on and so forth. And whereas that's got some grounds in reality, and I do appreciate some of that, I don't appreciate it to the extreme that she takes it. I believe that there are people out there that are doing their best and they're not able to get by and survive and I think it's our responsibility as mankind to make sure that we don't have people starving out there.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And,
it doesn't make any sense.
She believed that,
who are you referencing right
you
now?
didn't earn it, so it's not yours. You can't have it. What?
Are you talking about? You're not talking about Andrew.
What's she?
Yeah, who's she?
No, Andrew. The entire game is patterned around Ayn Rand, that's the she I'm talking about.
That book.
He's the one that invented.
Yeah, I got you.
Objectivism.
What country did she live in? Do you remember?
I don't. I think she was like Indian or something like that. I don't remember.
Like a European name.
Ayn Rand. I don't recall her ethnicity.
Regular in European names, huh?
Well, I don't know. It just sounds like it.
I don't know, man. I agree with some of it, but I just don't agree with it the way they put it. I don't agree with it the way that they agree with it. And I definitely have more socialist leanings, let's be fair. It may sound horrible, and you can light me on fire if you want to, or you can go fuck yourself. Not you guys. I'm just talking about anybody who doesn't like it. But I definitely have watched too many people suffer who are desperately trying not to when there were people around them that could afford to help.
So, like, to what extent? Like, if you ran a country called Shawntopia...
Everything has an extreme...
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you ran a country and it'd be called Shawntopia...
Like, we have this extensive...
Can you stop interrupting me, please?
Stop screaming into the mic. We have extensive socialism in our culture currently with, like, free public schooling and stuff like that. Although that does come down to tax pay and stuff like that. But there's an extent to it. Like,
I believe there should be limits, I just don't believe that
it's not like if you work hard to make 3 pieces of bread and the person next to you works none to make 0 pieces of bread that you need to give them 1.5 pieces of bread. We're not going.
No,
that
I'm
far.
not saying that.
Yeah, but if you have socialism, like how would you monitor that?
That's the thing. It's hard to.
I'm a big fan of Gandhian socialism. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I like Gandhian socialism.
No, never. I
know who Gandhi is.
Gandhi believed in a specific type of socialism, but it was very altruistic. Now, I don't believe that people are responsible enough to be able to handle socialism, which is why it doesn't work. But that doesn't mean that it's not. Well,
it's not. They're communistic, not socialistic.
Well, communism has roots in socialism.
That's the same shit. Yeah.
It's not exactly the same thing.
Your mind.
I wouldn't say it's the same thing.
But they have no it's socialist because everyone shares everything. But it's communist because they don't have a say. Like they're dictators. Like you guys are socialists.
Oh.
That's why it's like both.
Okay.
Communism is the government, whereas like socialism is like the way everything runs.
All right.
For our listeners, I didn't explain objectivism very well. I'm not really in an explanation type mood right now, but if you look it up, you can get a pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
It sounds great on the surface, but then again, so does the philosophy of Satanism. But then when you get deeper into it, you realize that it's kind of full of shit.
Yeah, it's just
and
like
it's just an excuse to act however you want and not be good to people. So yeah, Satanism is all about doing whatever it is to please oneself. And they say that if you, all right, to give you an example, say I hated Kyle but I loved you, right? So if I hated Kyle and I loved you, and I'm nice to Kyle and I'm nice to you, eventually the anger that I should be giving Kyle, or the shitty treatment I should be giving him, I'll end up spilling onto you.
So basically I have my friendships.
Just treat him shitty. I should just treat him shitty, treat you great. It's all about pleasuring yourself and not caring what anybody else thinks, but also doing it at other people's expense. You know, I'm going to fucking do whatever I want, and the responsibility is entirely mine, and how it affects you is not a concern to me. So you could go and just fuck yourself up and fuck your life up, and the way that impacts your family, that doesn't matter. The way that impacts your kids or your husband, that doesn't matter. It's all about what you think and living your life the way you want to live, and fuck everyone else. But that's not the way it's worded. That's why Satanism's so popular with teenagers, because they're mad at mom and dad for making them do this or making them do that. They don't like having the control in their lives. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you need to be Christian or Buddhist or Islamic or any of that shit. But there's if there was any philosophies or idealisms that I would ever call garbage, and I tend to respect almost everything, it's Satanism and Scientology.
Oh my God, Scientology.
Right,
so you don't like Tom Cruise?
This isn't the political.
Tom Cruise.
We're done with the political.
I like Tom Cruise in the '80s. I like his old movies where he didn't act like a crazy person.
So do you think he joined Scientology? Do you think he joined Scientology so he could like do his own stunts?
I think it helped make him crazy.
Oh wow!
Don't scream. I think that a lot of it is like a pursuit of. It could be like you spend a lot of money, but it's in an effort to make more money.
What does Scientology like even believe in?
I don't know. Science.
That's complicated.
Wow.
L. Ron Hubbard and two science fiction authors. One of them is real shitty, and that's L. Ron Hubbard.
I just realized
he's a horrible author.
It's the air conditioner.
The air conditioner's not even fucking on.
Listen,
I can't remember his name right now. Heinlein, Robert Heinlein, I believe, if I remember correctly. They got into a dare to see who could invent a religion, and they both set to it, and Heinlein basically gave up and said, fuck it, and Hubbard actually did it, and it picked up and ran with it. Right before he died, he basically said the whole thing was a farce, and it just kept going.
Kind of like the whole thing with what's his face in Evolution.
Oh, Charles Darwin.
He couldn't explain how the human eye worked, and he said that. You never heard that?
Charles Darwin, he researched like different species of animals on different islands.
No, that was evolution.
That's Charles Darwin.
But he said something like before he
oh no, that's natural selection. I'm sorry.
That's natural selection. Evolution was. I don't think evolution was Charles Darwin. Evolution was. Man, it's been a long time since
I'm pretty sure it's Charles Darwin.
No, who proposed evolution? I got you. Google. This is what it exists for. But he said in like the final stages of his life that he could never explain the human eye because it's so intricate and how it evolved into that setting. Let me see.
So that means like he doesn't believe in his own teachings?
Not that, but he just like he found holes in what he.
Well, he studied a very simple version of it. Like he studied, if I'm right, he studied like birds and how their beaks like scooped seeds. Like,
no, that was natural selection, Gil.
Yeah, but that's okay. Who did natural selection?
I'm seeing who proposed evolution. I don't think it was Charles Darwin. I'm googling it.
Charles Darwin.
It was Charles Darwin.
So who did not? He did. I'm pretty sure he did evolution and natural selection. Evolution by ways of natural selection. There you go. He wrote a book about it or something. I mean, he studied evolution to a very simple degree. So if you're going to move on to like that stupid thing where like a monkey turns into a man, obviously that's a lot more complex.
Yeah.
So I can see why that would be the case.
So yeah, that ended up being Charles Darwin. But we'll we'll call that on the whole TED Talk, Thought Patrol TED Talk.
Yeah. Tune in next week, part 2.
Part 2.
We'll talk about.
We could make that a segment.
We'll talk about classical conditioning. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, Caitlyn's TED Talk.
There you go. Next week.
Classical conditioning versus
operant conditioning.
That...
Don't worry, I'm learning about it right now.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk psychology.
Damn it, who's the guy that taught the birds to fly, and he came up with primal scream and all that?
I don't fucking know.
B.F. Skinner. No, Skinner was with rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, tune in next week for my TED Talk.
Chill with the screaming.
I'm not even screaming.
Watch your levels.
Do you want my mic? Take my mic.
No.
Okay then, keep going.
Ow, fuck. Oh, jeez. All right. So I'm glad you all are doing well. I'm glad all of you listening were able to tune in to join us tonight.
How was your week, Kyle?
Oh, shit. Yeah. My week's been good. Like I said, I was streaming earlier. We got a couple followers, so that's cool. I'm glad that you all care enough. I said that once, and I've said it.
Yeah, you already thanked them, so fuck them. Move on.
Accurate.
Been playing Destiny as always, leveling up. We finished the raid finally, so that's done. Happy to get that shit out of the way after a couple of attempts every night. The problem is my schedule's so garbage because of my work, just the way I work overnight. So everyone else gets home at a certain time, and they're available to play a good portion into the night. But I have to get ready to leave for work around 10:30, 10:45. So I just don't. We only had like 2-hour spans of playing before we'd have to go on to the next day. And the problem is you go the whole day, you do what you do, and you get rusty. Then you come back and hop right back into it. So there's a couple of dry runs that you have to go before you finish the raid. So, but we eventually got that done. Callus has been defeated. And we took some cool screenshots, and yeah. So it's definitely an awesome raid. Really enjoyed all of it. I love the scale that they put into their games, the look of it, the rewards of it, the gold and white and black and purple. It's just really cool raid in general. Probably, I don't know, aesthetically, it's probably one of my favorites. I really liked Wrath of the Machine. Especially as you got deeper into the Siva complex, and they had the really cool Tron looking areas. I thought that was really cool. I really liked Taken King again with the scale. It was pretty bland, but the scale of Taken King was immense. Just like certain areas of the ship that you were exploring, you really got a feeling of holy crap, you feel like an ant in this huge ship moving around. So I thought that was awesome. But really enjoyable raid. If you guys listen and you want to play with us, we do have our PSN. We are on PlayStation. We do have our PSN names. You can hit us up. Say, hey, I listened to the podcast and we wanted to play, and we'll definitely make some room to play with you guys. Maybe do a community raid. That'd be cool. And get that out of the way. We also do have a clan. Our clan name is Swiggity Swooty for Booty, but so you'd have to search that up on the Bungie website. And I don't think you need permission to join. I don't know. I have to talk to Tyler, the other Tyler, about it and see what he says. I don't know, because he's the founder of the clan. So, but it does say the official clan of the Thought Patrol podcast, which is pretty cool. He did change the bio, so you'll see it that way. That's how you'll know. And yeah, really enjoying that. Besides that, I played Hyperlight Drifter, which is a really good game. I liked pretty much everything about it. I liked how the story itself and the environment that they put you in, even though you were in a pixel top-down game, was very dark. There was a lot of blood and gore. There was just very desperate times with what was going on in the game. I thought the gameplay itself was fantastic. I really liked playing. It had some moments of difficulty, but a lot of it wasn't anything insanely hard. It was pretty chill when it came to difficulty. I don't think there's only one boss that gave me a couple tries. The rest of them I got down in 1 to 2 tries. Especially once they gave you the shotgun, that thing fucking wrecks ass. So, really just excited. Really looking forward again on tomorrow, because we're recording this on Sunday now. We will start recording on Sunday. And I think we'll probably release the episode now either on Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. I'm still thinking of what day I want to do that, because I have school Monday, Tuesday. So, we will see, because it has to be edited and smashed together in the way that we do. And we'll move forward with that. But tomorrow we're going to go see Nausicaa in the Valley of the Winds. This is a Studio Ghibli film. It is the film from Studio Ghibli that made Studio Ghibli. It's what it was so popular. They sat down and like, we're going to take these people and turn them into a company. And that's when they went on to make other films that you guys may know: Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, stuff like that. Some of the more popular films.
Nazca's still my favorite.
Yeah, I have yet to see Nazca, so that's why I'm super excited to get into it.
Yeah, I'd love to see that in the theaters. I really do wish I was a little bit closer to you guys and, mobile. Even if I wasn't close to you guys, if I had a fucking car, I'd just go anyway.
Yeah. Same here. We wish you were in our backyard, Shawn. We'll build us like a guest house for you. I got
Sweet.
you. Yeah, but it'll be a treehouse with electricity.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sounds lit.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I'll live there.
Yeah,
Can I live there?
You can stay over with me.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I don't know how my mom
We
will
got
feel about that,
futons.
though, Shawn. We might have to
Oh,
put,
right,
like,
yeah, because I'm a horrible Reddit monster.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
be careful.
a horrible monster over the internet that has an anonymous.
Yeah, even
Are you
thinking
done there?
about that,
Did you
just
just
on a
finish yourself?
slightly,
I heard the
just on a
homeless
slightly
term.
factual level,
Oh,
but
it caused it.
I'm almost positive Caitlyn's an adult.
She is.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Not in our mother's eyes, though. Let's not.
No, my mom thinks I'm like
just
3.5.
saying, like,
I'm
doesn't
3.5.
that stop the I don't know. That's cool though. Your mom's still cool. She's still cool with me. She's my homeboy. Girl.
Nice save.
Nice. Good job. You did it. So, those are some lengthy intros, but the intros are.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
What was that?
Fuck boy, that's who it was.
Oh, okay. Something on this end.
Put my phone over there.
With the intros out of the way, again, I'm glad you all can join us. Thank you for tuning in, checking us out, or visiting again to come hang out with us for the next couple hours. This is the Thought Patrol podcast. This is episode 20. And I'm going to go through some of the housekeeping real quick. We're going to go over some of the more boring clerical shit. Get that out of the way. We do, in fact, have a Discord. If you want to come hang out with the community, hang out with the hosts. We have everyone in the Discord channel. You want to come say hi. We have a couple tabs in there for different discussions if you would like to hang out. Also, if you want to help us out, the channel grow, get more people in here, the best way to do that is by liking and subscribing to the channel if you're on YouTube, or leaving a comment if you're on YouTube, letting your friends know about us. If you have someone that listens to podcasts and is looking for new content, we are here. We are on Google Play and iTunes. So if they have a phone, they can listen to us.
In your dreams.
Yes, in your dreams as well.
Your sweet, sweet dreams.
If you are checking us out on YouTube, another way to help us out is by leaving a comment. If you hear anything throughout this podcast that sounds interesting to you, you want to leave your opinion in the comments below, feel free to do that. We'll be happy to hear from you. And other ways to connect with us, we do in fact have a Twitter where you can get updates on the podcast. If we decide to do some gaming or a stream, something like that, that'll be the fastest way to learn from us. You could do the same thing through Discord. I post in both media outlets. Also, the best way, but most difficult way to help us, I do admit, is the iTunes reviews. If you'd be willing to leave any sort of review, give us something critical, like an actual, if you feel like our audio quality is garbage, which it possibly is compared to other podcasts, feel free to leave an iTunes review. Let us know what you think. We're looking for feedback right now. We're trying to make this better, kind of tailor it to you guys so that we can kind of build a community. That's the goal. We're not trying to make money or any shit off that, but we would like to have some kind of people we could talk to, get some discussions going. That's the most important thing when we talk. When anyone talks, they like to hear discussion. That's the coolest part about this. And we don't have any mailbag questions. It's been a while. But if you want to ask us something that we will answer on the podcast, feel free to send us an email at ThoughtPatrolcast@gmail.com. Again, all this will be in the description below. Or you could add us on Twitter at ThoughtPatrol, and you could use the hashtag, what was it?
Dude, you're taking like 5-10 minutes
mailbag.
telling people.
Again,
like
we're getting all this
long
shit out of the way. It's TP
segment.
TP mailbag, or you go to Discord, send us something. They have a mailbag there as well. With all that out of the way, all that shit, a lot of shit. again, just getting it out of the way so we don't have to reference it throughout the rest of the show. We're going to move on to our Germany or Florida section with our break. Actually, curtain call. I always forget the curtain call. So, we're going to set up some roles. So, the article real quick before we get on to that.
I got a whip.
We had a man hid in a store until it closed and then stole $5,000 worth of vodka. So, before we
why not
do the answer, we are going to, obviously, as in our fashion, do our little story. We have a dramatization, if you will, and we're going to set up some roles, who will be who. So, what are you guys thinking? Caitlyn, can you give me a Russian accent?
I'm the anchor. No, I'm the anchor.
Come on, Caitlyn.
No,
I want to just give me an example.
No, I
Say
can't.
something.
No.
I want a Russian accent.
No.
Please.
No.
Do it for the podcast.
I'm not doing it for the podcast.
Oh, she doesn't care about you guys. You hear that?
I don't want to make a dumbass out of myself.
That's the whole point of this. We all sound like dumbasses.
Man, where's the Flash when you need him?
The Flash. Oh, Mr. Sam Harris himself.
Sam.
Our resident voice actor. Although Shawn does a pretty good job. Let me hear you, Shawn. Give me your 100% cheeky breaky Russian typical stereotypical voice. What you got for us?
what? Hold on, I was editing.
Give me your stereotypical
Why is he me?
cheeky breaky Russian accent.
I have been instructed to tell you that I am fine and will be joining you later. I have much to discuss with this fine, upstanding gentleman.
I mean, I guess it doesn't.
No, it was perfect.
It harbors on German, but I think they're kind of the same thing too.
Yeah, they were the
Sounds
same.
good to me.
They were the same country at one time.
Do you want Keon, since it's the reporter?
Do you hear me?
Since the reporter.
Exactly.
They were the same country at one point, you know.
Since the reporter is sassy, would you like to be the reporter?
Oh, damn right, yeah.
Yeah, Ken's all about the sass, and I guess I'll be the anchor. I'll sit this one out somewhat.
No, I want to be the anchor.
You don't want to be the reporter?
No, I'm always the anchor.
Why does it matter? No one's ever the same thing when we do this.
It's okay, I'm the anchor.
Okay. Keon's the anchor.
There
I'll be the reporter. And Shawn will be our cheeky breaky for the night. All right.
Wait, so
cheeky
right.
breaky. So, again, with our
every single damn time we do this podcast, I have to take a shit.
Okay. Thanks for letting everyone know.
It's coming out.
Wait till at least we finish the.
Okay.
Wait till we finish the thing.
Okay, hurry.
Again, you can take your poop.
Let's start.
All right.
It's Groundhog Day here.
We're diggling. So we move on to our Germany or Florida segment with our breaking news. Come on, Anchor.
All right.
No, stop. That's not. It should never be a thing, and it never will be a thing.
Fuck off. Good evening.
Don't scream. Goodness gracious.
Kyle, can you shut up?
I'm sorry.
Please.
Go ahead.
So I can do this.
Go ahead.
All right, ready? Good evening and welcome to Channel 69 News, where we start off with a good evening and then give you many reasons why it isn't. Tonight, our intrepid reporter, who now seems to be covering not only the most riveting of crime stories, but also the most heartwarming moments in our Community Corner segment, has something new for us this evening. A social message about the dangers of alcoholism gone even more terribly wrong. Here with more is our dear, dear reporter, Kyle.
And now you're being nice to me? I hope you know I'm prepared for anything this time.
Kyle, I adore you. You're my hero. You're out there braving the winds to bring home only the best content. Like my favorite... Oh my god. Like the favorite podcasters, the Thought Patrol, and that Obvious Gaming. I love those guys.
Listen to them too?
Dude, I do.
I am all about them. That Kyle guy, the host, he sounds so sexy.
No, and that Caitlyn girl?
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
she's lit.
They are Adonises amongst just normal
Stop.
mankind.
Okay, just continue with
Just
the
gods among men.
Oh my god.
And then obviously, that's Obvious Gaming too. Maybe not Adonises, but they're demigods.
You can continue now.
Oh, it's yours. It's you. You didn't finish the thing. Oh, okay. I thought you didn't finish it.
Caitlyn, yes, wonderful.
Wait, what? Who? Well, that's not that doesn't. Whatever. Tonight, I'm told there was a robbery at a local liquor store where the prep.
For fuck's sake.
perp.
Are you at a 5th grade reading level or
Well,
what?
no, he spelled it wrong. Where the perp purloined a lot of vodka, amounting to somewhere around $5,000. Holy shit, that's a lot of vodka. This motherfucker's my idol. I mean, to even get to this point, his liver is
Oh
gone,
my god.
and he has 3 days to live max. But shit.
Stay on target, please.
Oh fuck. The notes. Oh shit, my bad team. I was saying, this perp stole a lot of booze. Law enforcement has tracked him down, but inside sources gave us the tip-off. So we've arrived at his hideout to talk with him first. I'm knocking on the alley door now. This is an industrial district with no houses or shops, so anything can happen.
Hello. What is password?
Hello, sir. My name is Kyle, and I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What is the damned password?
Fuck, I don't know. Potatoes? Lenin? Communism? Gorbachev.
You may enter, you racist prick. It was potato. Close enough. I'm Lyubich Sokdisky. What can I do for you?
I took a semester of Russian studies. Your first name translates to love, correct?
Yes, so what? My mother was a hippie.
Hold on, so your name is Love. Suck dick.
What do you want?
How the fuck did you steal $5,000 in vodka? Was it all expensive shit, or did you drive off with a chuck full of the cheap stuff? I mean, it's not as if anyone respects me as a reporter at this point. So let's cut the professional shit and talk real. How'd you pull it off?
Well, I'm actually quite proud of it, you see. I used old KGB training. I hid in cooler, disguised as case of that disgusting vagina yeast beer they sell on internet. Then when they close at night, because the American liquor stores are pushy, so close at night for stupid reason, I come out and take vodka. I drink to Mother Russia. You join.
Well, yes, actually. I mean, oh, Lord, no. Yes, I'll totally drink with you, my man. Let me just wrap this shit up. I need to come back with the whole name thing anyway. Also, the cops are on their way, so we have to be quick.
Why you whisper pussy? I am Russian. I fear no cops.
Sure. So the KGB training, you said, the KGB trained you to hide in a solid snake crate of shitty vagina beer, as we have previously stated, and sneak out to steal booze?
Yes.
Well, that is all she wrote, folks. It looks like he has indeed a weapon. Back to you, Caitlyn.
Are you sure you don't have any more questions to ask, Kyle?
I've been instructed to tell you that I am fine and will be joining you later. I have much to discuss with this upstanding gentleman who is obviously not a criminal and was never a Russian spy. We are going to drink vodka and... Oh, God! No, please. Anywhere but there. Not in there.
Well, that's it, folks. You guys have a great evening, and thanks for tuning in. For more great content, be sure and tune in next time here on Channel 69 News for more Gulag fun.
Gulag.
Oh.
God damn it.
What does that mean?
It's gulag. Gulag.
I don't know what that I don't know what that means.
Oh, man. Gulag.
Gulag. That's like
you guys ever
the
been
white.
To the gulag?
That's the white in me.
That's the white girl coming in with the pumpkin.
It sounds like a
spice
song.
Can I go shit now?
Yeah, go ahead, go shit. Sure. We got an in-podcast shit about to happen.
Think of me.
Just keep going.
I got you. I'm gonna keep going. Try not
Alright.
to make too much noise. There she goes, folks.
Cool. Continue. It's awkward now. I feel like someone's watching me.
Well, someone is.
You're gonna
They're
find
listening
one of
to
those
you. They now
like
know that
love
you were
songs
about
where
to
it's
go
like,
shit.
there she goes, walking down the street,
Just hear Caitlyn in the distance. Ah!
Be right back.
pooping everywhere,
Oh man. Well,
even on your feet.
Shawn, it's just you and me right now, bud.
Tag team back again.
Just gotta rub one out real quick. All right. So with that, actually, we'll wait for Caitlyn to get back, and we will discuss the answers, what you guys think might have been the answer. And so we'll go over our box office tops now, and then we'll talk about what's doing good in the theaters for the past week. We have at number 1, It, still kicking ass. Ooh, excuse me. My goodness, that was unprofessional. But hey, this is the Thought Patrol podcast. It has grossed $77 million, with a total gross of $236 million on a budget of $35 million, and it is only in its second week. So, yet again, just dominating, doing really well in the theaters. I've heard that it was really good. Very good scary movie. At number 2, we have American Assassin, which I saw ads for, but did not look good at all. It only grossed $19 million in its first week and had a budget of $33 million. At number 3, we have Mother, which grossed $10 million in its first week with a budget of $30 million. At number 4, we have Home Again, which grossed $7 million in its second week with a $12 million budget. And at number 5, we have The Hitman's Bodyguard, which grossed about $5 million in its fifth week with a $30 million budget. It has grossed $71 million in its runtime. So, it is still dominating, just doing crazy. Although I've heard that Kingsman came out, and this is the weekly, but Kingsman came out on Friday. So, I've heard that it did very well for its weekend debut, because we are now on Sunday. And I think Caitlyn had told us earlier that it had grossed more than it in its first weekend, or something like that. I don't know.
No, it's going on like week 4 now.
So, definitely cool. I really want to see Kingsman. The first one was fantastic. Really good. Just, it was a spy movie, but it felt like it was a parody of spy movies. But it was super actiony. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was super good. How goes the poop?
Yeah, it got really intense when I take my shirt off.
Your shirt came off?
Yeah.
That's how you know it was a good
Whoa.
movie.
Instead of the toilet being destroyed, I kind of destroyed my asshole. So.
Oh, man.
That is an intense poop.
That's a step up
Yeah,
from the normal shirt being removed.
Yeah, I kind of bled a little bit.
Oh my god.
That's the kind of poop where you get a new T-shirt for it afterwards. Like, I survived this poop.
That's one of the poops where you just feel dirty.
Well, I don't
You
feel
stand
dirty.
up and you feel dirty.
I'm in a bit of pain, actually.
It's hard to sit.
Let's just
but,
continue.
She comes out sitting on an inflatable donut.
Why a donut?
Oh man, that's crazy.
Has anyone seen Mother?
No.
It's a horror movie, right?
I don't. What the hell is it about?
I don't know.
I heard
what
it's
it
really
is.
good.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's got
I
Jennifer
did know,
Lawrence.
but
I love J-Lo.
I
Sorry, I didn't mean
heard
to
that
interrupt you.
From what people did see, that it was just really confusing among everything.
It seems very confusing.
I adored Jennifer Lawrence up until she started saying some really stupid shit in interviews recently.
Like what? What is she saying?
I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, celebrities aren't allowed to have a fucking opinion. But anytime somebody states an opinion, and normally her opinions are based in education or they're based in reason, they make some kind of sense. But she's recently been saying things, political stuff, that it's more of the SJW bent than something actually based in reason or fact.
SJWs.
So you don't like? You're telling me that you don't like it when ladies carry around pussies, like vaginas? Or
What?
whatever? Like,
Oh, what?
You know how when they marched on Washington, like
what does
all
that-
those women were like carrying vaginas?
What are you
What are
talking
you
about?
talking about?
No, remember that women's march?
I've seen stuff where they like.
And they're
walk around
holding like
naked.
vaginas. No, like they're holding
That
up.
is
You've never heard of
that
this?
is hilarious.
Really
I would have
vagina
joined
that's
that
spread by
march.
Spread by the flaps.
You know, like the women's march on
Did
Washington.
you know vaginas are very aerodynamic?
Shut the fuck up. You know how they were like that women's march on Washington while those like celebrities came. It was like a big like feminist thing.
No, I don't remember.
They,
that.
and they
No,
were
I
all
totally-
they were carrying around hairy vaginas.
That's hilarious.
Oh my! I have
Like
to
on
I have to
road
show you
Absolutely
like
hilarious.
like some of them dressed up as vaginas.
That is right in time for spring.
Oh my god! Oh,
Yeah, I mean you
that
can
is
just
so-
reuse your
that is
costume for
magical.
Halloween.
No,
Be a
that
hairy
is Halloween.
vagina.
oh my
They just-
god!
They just had.
Oh
Halloween.
my god! God, if feminists did that more
Google
frequently,
it. No.
I'd support it 100%.
Google it. You have to Google it now because it's so funny.
Oh,
They just
God.
had Halloween a month early. That's all it was.
It was.
Were
Like,
they asking for candy?
this was like a few months ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was a little bit, but they can save their
Did
costumes.
no one come up and tell them like you guys are too early to the game?
I know a lot of
October's out
people
for a
that work
couple
really, really hard for equal rights, but they would, and they're female, and they work for female rights, but they would never take the term feminist as it's been used now.
No,
months. You know,
people dressing around as
you
hairy
start
vaginas.
to lose when people.
That is
find-
hilarious. God, I would man.
It's really funny. I
seriously.
mean, you have to
I
Google it
need-
now. It's really funny.
I
start-
need that. I need more of that in my life. I
You
really
start
do.
to
I
lose
need-
when people find a reason to laugh at your cause. So I don't think dressing around as ridiculous.
Well,
Versions
that
of
and
things
you're
gets
you're
the point
calling
across.
people fascist oppressors, but then you're telling them they're not allowed to think or feel a certain way, which is fascism.
Yeah.
You know,
On it,
the way
yeah,
to find. Remember, we talked a little bit, and I think this is a universal concept. I don't think this is unique to feminism or anything, any kind of cause. When you want to make change or promote change in the world, you do that through understanding. You don't do it through attacking things. You do it through understanding why these people have such misguided or broken or frankly stupid and retarded views. And you learn to communicate with them, put away their fears, educate them on reality, or help them to understand what the way that life can be, not necessarily the way they see it. It's done through understanding people, through communication with people, leading through example. It's not done through being ignorant. And all of this fucking SJW shit is just fucking.
They're all beyond logic
How did
and
we-
saving.
We were talking. How did we get to this? When we were talking about box office tops. I wonder what caused this.
We're talking about Jennifer
Caitlyn
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw an interview with her where I'm like, how did you say that? That was really dumb. You're normally not a retard. Why are you
Shawn
doing
just
that?
slaps her on the wrist, stop it. Jennifer
Yeah,
Lawrence.
go back to being smart and intelligent and savvy and not retarded.
Sorry.
Can you fucking not?
I'm sorry. You just went and pooped. We've lost all being of any sense of normal podcasting at this point. It is no holds barred.
Listen, we have to stop doing podcasts at 8 o'clock because that's my
We
prime.
do podcasts at 7 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
That's
the prime
my
poop-
prime
the
poop
prime
time.
poop
Yes, yes.
Put it on our shirt. Prime poop time. Hashtag prime poop
Anyway,
time.
I don't
Just share it with your
think
friends.
that they're going to be able to make any kind of change by yelling and screaming at people,
No.
or when somebody is holding a session of some kind of thing or another, to stand right in front of them and scream in their face, or not allow them to cross the street, or all of that kind of shit. That's tactics. You're not going to ever make change if you're a bully, and they've turned into bullies, and I don't really think that's going to help anyone's cause. All it does is negate theirs. If I wanted you guys to understand me, or especially if you didn't believe in what I believed in, if I wanted you to respect my beliefs or my ideas, or at least consider them, I wouldn't jump in your face and start calling you a fucking moron or screaming at you for believing
No,
something
you have
different.
to dress up as a hairy penis. They
That would
dressed
be
up as a
I'll
hairy
do that.
vagina, so
The
you have to dress
secret
up as a
to
hairy
humanity.
penis. Yeah.
We
Dude,
have the answer.
oh my god, if they do another march, I'm going as a hairy penis. It's fucking on.
Bro, I'd join you. All I need is
That
a
would
hairy
be
penis
fucking
costume.
hilarious. And we could just do the
Do you even
funky
need a
chicken
costume?
dance dressed as a hairy penis.
Dude,
Do
she's
you-
right, Shawn.
do
All
you
I
even
have to
need
do
a
is whip out
costume?
my penis, and then this problem solved. And
Exactly.
Then,
Oh my God.
We start dancing with all the vaginas, and then we put the vaginas on their side and
Right.
spread them, and then it's just a
Yeah,
big
and then
orgy
they
in the
play
middle of
that
the street.
that one song like "Where is the love?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it
like,
just
and then
cuts-
all of
it
a
just
sudden we
cuts to
become
a
a Pepsi commercial,
Yeah, but it just cuts to a huge orgy in the middle of a busy street. We're
like
stopping
a
people
giant penis costume shoved inside of a giant vagina costume.
from- Yeah.
Exactly.
You just launch me out of a can and I'll impale someone dressed up like a vagina. That'll work pretty well.
All right, moving on.
The world's geekiest podcast just turned into the world's weirdest podcast, and I blame myself. I'm also a little bit proud.
It's okay. I brought up the hairy vagina costume.
Yeah,
so-
You
was your
did,
fault.
and
Maybe it's
I
my
adore you
fault.
for that.
Thank you. I'll send you pictures. 'Cause I saw it everywhere, and honestly, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. So I'll.
I want you to know, though, and this is only because I love you, full disclosure, if you send me pictures, of the hairy vagina costume, I will forever refer to the time that you sent me pictures of hairy vagina
Okay.
with happiness.
Whoa.
Whoa, Shawn, you're echoing.
That was
What
weird.
do you guys hear my phone ringing?
No.
But it's making.
Oh, okay.
It's affecting your voice.
Yeah, your
in a
audio
weird way.
changed.
Your audio changed. Like it's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. We're back.
Okay.
That was
Because
weird.
his phone was ringing.
It's probably because it was trying to use his speaker as a mic instead.
Wow! Oh my gosh! What about that? What a genius!
See,
Kyle, you're such a
I'm
genius.
just trying to help. Fucking asshole.
So has anyone seen these movies
No.
in the top 5?
No, I've heard that Mother was weird. Like had a weird ending.
What's American Assassin?
It looked like another crappy Jason Bourne ripoff kind of thing.
And how is it? That's number 2.
I don't know. Home Again. I don't know. And
Hitman's Bodyguard
looked interesting.
5 weeks. Wow.
Yeah.
And then It.
Yeah, it's still kicking ass.
I heard It was
$250
like
million.
really, really good.
Yeah. It's insane. I want to see it like really badly.
Maybe we can sneak in tomorrow.
Sneak in tomorrow. No, they
Yeah,
wouldn't be
let's
playing.
be-
I
let's
want to go
bad.
see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited it's doing good because that might mean I want to see more.
Good horror in the box.
Also, like
in the box
actual,
office.
like not like hard R horror films, not like shitty pussy, kind of like.
Well, like a movie that doesn't contain like just blood and gore for its creep factor.
Yeah.
You
they
need
use
horror
it in a
that's
way.
actually like
I
creepy.
think from what I've heard of it, it sounded like it was really good. It's a lot
Like-
of stuff that kind of harkens upon the fears you had as a child and stuff like that, because that's what's going on. This creature is coming to these children as their deepest and darkest fears, and it's just it sounds cool.
Do you know?
And
What
they're not
It-
afraid to kill kids, which is interesting. So
Do you know what It is about?
it, yeah,
Really?
yeah. Yeah, I know what it's
Yeah.
about. Why are you asking? Like I don't.
'Cause I feel like you don't.
No, I do.
A creature.
Yeah, Tenpenny's a creature. Not
Penny.
Tenpenny.
Whoa!
Pennywise. I keep calling him
I know what It is about.
No, listen, I did it last week. Pennywise is a creature.
Can other people see Pennywise?
No, I think only kids can see it. You have to ask Shawn about
No,
that.
it's only the kids. Like the kids that are involved in the movie. Only they can see it.
I know that the adults turn a blind eye to.
No,
the
they can't see
happenings.
it.
No, but I'm talking about the happenings
Oh,
in general.
yeah.
Because like his brother disappears, but no one fucking says anything because everyone's like under this like spell almost in a way. But he's a creature. He's not like a demon.
I don't even know if he's real. Oh,
Oh Jesus!
where's Shawn?
Yeah, he's coming back. But what Shawn was saying was that since all the Stephen King,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
since all the Stephen King universes are connected, Pennywise is a creature that is part of the Dark Tower universe. Well, Dark Tower
What
is
else?
part of
What
every
else is
universe.
Stephen King? The Carrie
The
movie.
Shining, Carrie, Dark Tower.
The Shining.
Here's the Dragon, Misery, Dark Half. There's like 100 books.
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah,
That's the one
like,
I know.
all the universes are connected.
Also, the movies share characters too. Like
Yeah.
one of the characters from Pet Cemetery was in Cujo. It was also, I think they reference they talk about the Pet Cemetery in another one of the movies.
It's the Dooku,
The Dooku.
the Dark
What?
Monster universe. Oh, jeez, almost ripped the whole.
What's
thing.
the Seer? What's the Seer King?
No, it is it
corn.
is an entity. It's an extraplanar entity.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
So,
lives off
we've
of.
already talked about this once.
Hello,
Hello,
Assuming-
everyone.
Oh
I
my
wasn't there
God.
for it.
Yo, what
Fix
up?
Your mic. Fix your mic.
Wait, what's wrong with it?
I
Oh
don't
my
know. Do you
God.
have a headset on?
Sounds like you're in a
Extremely
gymnasium.
brassy.
It's like it's
Yeah.
recording from a microphone speaker, like off of a laptop, like a piece of garbage microphone laptop. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, so that's exciting. Again, this episode is just a shit show. When it comes to
Literally, get
professionalism.
it? Shit show.
Oh, damn. It's almost as good as the nut jokes from 2 weeks ago.
Where's Antony? Oh my gosh.
The audio quality is most likely off. The volume's probably going to be fucked from what I see.
That better?
Much better.
Yes.
Hello.
Whatever.
I've
little
returned.
shit show. We should just call this episode the shit show.
Yeah.
I think I might end up
Do
just
it.
doing that. I'm just gonna call it the shit show.
The shit show.
Oh, there's our intro.
Damn,
Done.
I gotta get you in front of a professional
Here's our
microphone.
intro.
I gotta get you in front of a professional microphone. So
We
Jonathan
need
has
like
joined
some
us.
70s sitcom intro music like that. Yeah.
So Jonathan has joined us.
Can you imagine what Shawn would sound like on an actual microphone?
Oh
I
my
feel like
lord!
I feel like I'd be blown away.
We've lived all of our light in the darkness because we listened to Shawn speaking out of his ass 24/7. So being able to actually hear
I feel like
his voice.
Dude, all of a
my
sudden
ears
you
wouldn't
hear
be able
my
to take
voice
it.
on
I
a good
would-
microphone and
I
you
would-
just start weeping with
I
joy.
would reach nirvana at that moment. I would no longer
Tears
be
would fall.
of this mortal. I would no longer be of this mortal coil. I will ascend among my fellow brethren. Shit! I tried to make a damn jump.
You fucked it up.
You
fucked it up.
Oh, god damn it! All right.
Oh, man.
How late am I? Am I
Pretty
kinda
damn late.
An hour.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you believe it or not, we really haven't covered anything.
God damn it!
Damn it, he's right.
Shit, well,
Okay, let's get to it. Come on,
We're
everyone.
done with the box
We
office.
talked about Charles
Stop
Darwin.
screaming into the microphone. Your mic's louder than mine. Keep that in mind. It's as low as the game
Okay,
can go.
whatever.
Miss. Oh man, it's gonna sound so bad. I love it. Hey, if
So
you're
how's everybody
listening,
doing?
Good. How you doing, Jonathan?
I'm
We're doing
alright.
good, bro.
All right. So will we have answers for Germany or Florida? What do you guys think? People that participated.
Let me look through it real fast.
Just imagine in your mind. That was pretty good. Shawn did a good job this week. Yeah, for all you listening, who you had to thank for the Germany or Florida? Well, the stories every week is Shawn. He's our editorial writer. Nice. The golf claps.
Just for you, Shawn. My applause.
Okay, this
Thank you.
definitely
Thank you
sounds like
very
something
much.
in Florida. I'm going with Florida.
You got
I'd
Florida.
say Germany.
Germany. What
I'm
about you,
going with
Shawn?
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, I'll go Germany. I'll blame the Germans this
All
time.
right. All right. We got a
What is
1
it?
and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
It's Germany.
Yay! Oh, shit.
Oh jeez, Keon just almost like one punch man my monitor. Jesus Christ.
Call me. Wait, what the fuck is
Call
his
me
name?
one punch girl.
Sagami.
Saitama.
Saitama. Shell's close.
Sagama.
Sagami. I was gonna say Sagami.
Sagami. You just mix like 6
Origami.
anime names to name. Origami. Origami killer.
I thought
Heavy
you
Rain
said
3.
Saitama.
You're going too far. Too far to the.
We need to go back.
The Dooku. The dark universe.
Fuck off! Oh my god.
Oh man. Oh, that's awesome. That's that's a fun house joke.
Just spill it.
You should watch Funhouse if you can. They're fucking awesome. I love them.
Are we done?
Yeah. I think we seem to be done. You hear that? No hum though. It's gone. I need to.
Are you done?
What is making that hum?
Oh.
Jeez. Pulled out my headphones. All right. So yeah, the answer is Germany. For all you tuning in, the hum's back. What the fuck is
It's
causing
your
that?
computer, Kyle.
Is it?
Yes,
You
it
gotta
is
move that shit,
definitely
like,
your
a
computer.
mile away, or just put it on a mat. I'm gonna try and put it on a mat or like a carpet or something.
Just put it
Maybe if you
outside.
didn't have such a shitty computer, it wouldn't be an issue.
Bro, my computer will
Oh.
fuck your family, dude.
Whoa.
And still render
My
render
computer
games
will
in
murder your
4K.
entire genetic
And
line.
render it in 1080p with 60 frames.
Fucking 1080, please. 4K, my boy. And
Oh,
it's VR
you're right.
capable.
Does it play?
81K.
Does it play like HD like DVDs?
I don't have an optical drive in it.
Oh, well, it's
Why
Kyle's
don't
good.
got a
Why don't I
computer
need an
that can
optical
play
drive?
What if
everything
you want to
in
watch a movie right here?
If I want to watch a movie, I'll put it on my PlayStation. I don't need. I don't
The new
need-
Netflix machine.
Yeah, the new Netflix machine.
Exactly.
So that was the answer. We are going to move on to our news. Before we move on to our main topic, which we actually, oh shit, we don't know what it is yet. I think we have a couple things that we could talk about. I have one thing about PUBG that's not going to take long, but we have a couple other things we could talk about for the main topic, which we'll get to. So Ken, you want to read that? Actually, I want to read that first article.
I don't want to
I'm
read any
hyped
articles.
as fuck for this game. This game's going to be really cool.
I'll read one.
Okay.
No one asked you.
Thanks for tuning in for that. All right.
Fuck you,
so,
Caitlyn.
Whoa.
So at our first article, we have Vampire Action RPG Code Vein doesn't have an easier difficulty setting. After being unveiled earlier this year, Bandai Namco's Code Vein has been heavily compared to another IP of the publisher, Dark Souls. Due to the similar combat system, it appears that isn't the only thing it shares with the Souls games, and as it will also be very challenging. During an interview at the Tokyo Game Show, Bandai Namco showed that Code Vein doesn't have any difficulty settings. The game is deliberately designed to be challenging, and players won't be able to switch to an easier setting to overcome a particularly difficult boss or sequence.
Wait. Dark Souls doesn't have like a difficulty setting?
No, Dark Souls doesn't have a difficulty setting.
That's what happens, you fucking casual.
I would
you just
never
get
play
better.
that game.
If you're bad, you get good. That's what happens.
Oh my god.
And however, the publisher revealed that you can freely change your character's blood code during the course of the game, allowing you to adjust your character's stats to adapt to new challenges. This isn't the only means players have to help them along the way. As the publisher previously detailed, you will also be able to choose a companion to accompany you. The character you select will follow you while exploring and assist you during battle, providing backup and healing when you need it. Code Vein is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC in 2018, and the game is being developed by the team responsible for the God Eater series.
Fuck that.
Yes.
I'm
Fuck
super
that.
excited for the fucking game. I was looking at the character creation, everything behind it. It just
What
looks
if-
super slick and badass. And
Are they doing pre-orders yet?
I don't know. I have no idea. But it looks super awesome. I'm super pumped. I don't know what I'm going to pick it up for because I don't think it's multiplayer. I might just get it for PC. But I'm hyped as shit. This looks super badass. Really cool. I'm down for another Souls game or something like it. But this one's anime
Same.
style. So this is Weeb Souls 4.
Weave Souls 4.
Yeah. Scholar
Soul
of
of
the
the
first,
Otaku.
Scholar of the First Harem edition. There you go.
Oh man.
Yeah. I will build my harem.
Wow.
Wow.
This next headline.
Yeah, if you pre-order it, it comes with a free pair of panties.
Oh shit. And they say Dark Souls. There you go.
Here, I'll read the next one.
Galen's reading the next one.
Here we go.
Yeet.
Fallout New Vegas dev would love to make another Fallout game. Alright, let me just stop you there. Don't.
What do you mean, New
God,
Vegas?
I hated New Vegas.
New Vegas
that was
was
the
really
worst.
good.
That was the worst out of the
What
Fallout
are you
series.
talking about? New
Yes.
Vegas- I'd say 4 is worse than New Vegas is.
How dare you?
New Vegas is
No.
actually like more like Fallout 3 than 4 is like Fallout 3. And
The
New Vegas
story
actually had,
for New Vegas is so garbage.
It was good. Fallout 4's story was the garbage one.
How is that garbage?
It's nowhere near as layered as
Kyle,
the New
didn't you
Vegas
not
story
finish
is.
the Fallout 4 story?
I did finish Fallout 4. Fallout 4 has been beaten for a while.
I
I've
hate
beaten
New Vegas.
All the new gen Fallout games I've completed.
New Vegas is the worst.
New Vegas was really good.
No.
You need to play it again, and because you probably played it when you were really young and didn't understand what the fuck was going on.
No, I played it after 3. Like, it came out.
Yeah, how old were you?
Yeah,
I
dude,
don't know.
most
Like
people
8 or
weren't very
9.
fond of New Vegas.
It's a really good game,
I
and I think
don't like
Obsidian
New
did a
Vegas.
fantastic job with it.
I wouldn't say so.
I'd say the environment's kind of crappy. I'd say Fallout 4's environment's better looking, but then again, it's a
Well,
newer game.
obviously, but I
But
just
no,
thought...
I think the story and the way, like the branching narrative that you can encounter while you're doing things is much better than it is in 4. 4 is very limited when it comes to that. That's why not a lot of people have given 4 shit, is because of that. Also, the fact that they removed a lot of the heavier RPG in quotations elements of the Fallout
Yeah,
franchise.
I felt like Fallout 4 was easier to play, like, overall.
Yeah, that's what all it was about making it more
Story guided.
not story, but easier for people that haven't played a Fallout game before to play.
I
kinda
just, I just hated
What
New
Final
Vegas.
Fantasy 15 tried to do and failed. Fallout 4 kind of tried to do it and kind of failed. So, and on top of that, it ran like shit. I was thinking about picking it up again to play on PC because it would look better.
You shouldn't. Don't waste money
It's
on
on
that
sale
game.
though. That's the thing. Like I'm not paying
How much
$60
is it?
for it. It was like $30 when I
No.
saw it.
How old is that game?
Huh?
10 years old?
What Fallout 4?
New Vegas?
Oh, New Vegas.
Oh, you're talking about
Vegas
buying
came out in like
four.
Talking about buying
2009.
Oh,
Yeah, New Vegas
Oh.
like 2009.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
wasn't Halo 3 2009? It had to be after that.
No, ODST came out in 2009.
Oh. Well, hey, Halo 3 was 2007.
3, yeah.
And the only reason why I know ODST came out in 2009 is because somebody posted a video today about it.
Oh, thanks.
Shit, Jonathan's on top of that research. He read the article.
Oh, you know
He
me.
read the
You know.
articles. He did his homework. All right, go ahead and read the article, Cam.
I don't want you now.
Because, like, I feel cheated.
Alright, I'll do it anyway. Fallout New Vegas developer Obsidian Entertainment would certainly love to make another game in Bethesda's acclaimed RPG series. New Vegas director Josh Sawyer said in a recent interview that he and other staffers at the studio would be jazzed.
Oh, shit.
What a word. about returning to the post-apocalyptic series after making the beloved New Vegas. Is it beloved? I feel like it's a very strong word.
A lot of people like New Vegas.
I don't believe that. I want to see the reviews on it.
Great. Now I gotta poop. But I'm holding it.
Oh, yeah, it's this. Oh my gosh.
Shit. Literally.
Can we go to the bathroom and hold hands while we both poop?
I got you, Jonathan. I'll hold it through the phone.
Kiss me through the phone.
Sweet.
We're
Alright,
gonna poop
Okay, I'm gonna
together.
I quote.
All right, guys, look.
Quote.
Poop for Harambe.
Quote.
Poop for Harambe.
Quote.
Go ahead.
Quote, I think if we were to do Fallout New Vegas 2, or just new Fallout, we would probably separate it from what the internal team at Bethesda's doing. That's a weird sentence. Unquote. Quart.
Farquhar.
How do you say
Lord
that?
Farquaad.
How do you say that?
You say it. You see, an ogre has layers,
What the fuck?
and you peel back the layers, and
Okay.
then you cry
Or-
because it's an ogre. All right, go ahead.
How do you Urquhart?
Urquhart.
Urquhart said in 2013, quote, we keep it on the West Coast because we're West Coast
West
people.
Coast.
Fuck off.
Just leave her vibe.
I just see New Vegas, so I freak out.
Falling into that deep, dark depression.
Quote, they're East Coast, so it makes sense. And we need to find interesting confined areas, so I mean, it could be Fallout.
Fallout,
LA.
LA would be
Fallout.
badass.
I can't finish this. Someone finish it.
All right. Fallout LA he added at the time. That could be interesting. It'd probably be the Boneyard, which is from Fallout 1. It could be very different.
Very nice.
It could be almost a Walking Dead meets Fallout-like thing because of all the radiation.
What the
I
What
don't
a
know.
very
That sounds
specific way
terrible.
of describing it. It looks like they already got ideas planned for this
Yeah.
game that they're
I'm
not
not
greenlighted
against
for.
it. That'd be pretty cool to see another Obsidian game. I think they did a good job with New Vegas.
I'm not against it, just to see some improvement.
Yeah. Just not another Fallout 4. Although, again, I didn't
God,
think
I
Fallout 4
love
was bad.
Fallout
It
4.
was alright. It was alright.
I love, your son, Kyle, you had to save your freaking son. And then you find out your son is the head.
Whoa!
This game's old.
Spoilers.
It's not that
Stop the spoilers.
It's not that spoiler.
Alright. Do you guys think you can operate without the host while I go shit my brains out? I need to keep reading.
We
the
might need to
news.
stop.
Keep reading the news. Talk about
Keep
the
reading.
news. This is gonna be interesting listening back to this.
Alright, Shawn.
Godspeed, team.
Shawn, you got the next article.
If you need to make a cut.
Oh, I'm reading something.
I mean, I
Yes.
can read the next one if you're not ready.
I can be ready in just a moment. Which one are we on?
The Resident Evil one.
Ooh, Resident Evil. Well, my dog wants to help me read it.
Bork.
Oh, I would mute it while he's barking, but I can't mute it because of the video. New Resident Evil DLC gameplay video shows fan favorite character in action. Resident Evil 7's upcoming Not a Hero expansion is coming in December, and now fans can see it in action for the very first time. The DLC stars series stalwart Chris Redfield and is set after the events of Resident Evil 7's base game. Not a Hero was originally slated to launch this past spring, but it was pushed back in order to improve the DLC so that it could, quote, match the high quality of the main game, unquote, according to game director Koshi Nakanishi. It's now scheduled for free on December 12th alongside the recently announced Gold Edition and another expansion called End of Zoe. While Not a Hero will see explorers explore the horrors that lurk underneath the Baker's Mansion, developer Capcom says End of Zoe is a shocking installment, in which players will learn the fate of Jack and Marguerite's daughter following the events of the main game. Thrilling.
Good job.
Back to you, Caitlyn.
Well, now it's back to Jonathan because you got the next article.
Back to Jonathan, Caitlyn.
Dun dun dun.
Dun-dun-dun.
All right, so Valve is addressing Steam's review bombing problem.
Oh, I heard.
In the
about
wake
this.
of the new PewDiePie controversy, Valve has announced that it's making some changes to Steam user reviews to mitigate some problems related to review bombing. After PewDiePie's latest outburst, the developer of Firewatch called out the outspoken streamer, and it said it would issue DMCA takedown notices against his Firewatch videos. Not everyone took this news well, and a group of people review bombed Firewatch on Steam. that his
Mhm.
players posted a lot of negative reviews on Steam to lower its overall review score. In terms of solutions, Valve said one option would be to remove the review score altogether, so that players would need to read the actual user reviews. They could then make the call for themselves about whether or not the issue outside the games are relevant. However, Valve is not going to pursue this avenue. Scores were added in response to player demand in the past, and that demand for a summary of some kind is likely to still be there, even if players know it isn't always accurate, Valve said. Interesting.
Honestly, that was so hilarious when I heard about that.
What controversy are they talking about? Because I've
When he
seen a
said,
couple.
So
he
PewDiePie
said-
was streaming, and he said the N-word with like a hard R, and
Damn.
everyone like flipped shit and everything. And Firewatch, or the dev behind Firewatch, he was like, "Oh, we're gonna take down all your Firewatch videos," and then obviously that pissed off like all of PewDiePie's fans. So they went onto Steam and they like gave it a really shitty review.
Does he still have a lot of subscribers?
He's
Yes.
like, how many? I think he's like 50-something million subscribers.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, so his whole fan base just got really pissed off about that. Because, I mean...
He's
I
got
don't-
57 million.
There you go, 57 million.
That's a lot of
Well,
people.
let's be honest, all right? If you're going to sit there and say on your blog, on your website, for your blog, for your game, yes, you can stream this game. Yes, you can make money off of it. Yes, we're okay with that. And then decide to DMCA somebody, not to protect your artist's work from being stolen, which is what DMCAs are for, but just because you don't like something they said is bullshit.
Exactly.
And he came out and said that. He said, well, I'm doing this because he's look, PewDiePie, he was right. He said, look, you can think I'm a piece of shit. You can think this, you can think that. That's fine. I've had other people send me messages and go, hey, can you take these videos down for such and such a reason? And he took them down. No problems, no questions asked, sure. But this guy instead, just because he doesn't like something PewDiePie did, he's trying to abuse the DMCA laws, and that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it sets a precedent for other people to be able to screw you too. And they gave a soft permission on their website. You can stream it. You can play it. You can even make money off the video. We want you to do that. Then when somebody's doing that, they're fine with it up until they don't like him anymore, and then they DMCA it. And that's not what it's for at all.
Yeah, it's an abuse of the DMCA.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem.
Think what you will about what PewDiePie did, but what they're doing is completely wrong. And that puts artists who genuinely try to protect their work at risk. And it puts, anybody who streams or does gaming online, publicly at risk. So they're fucking over the gaming community at large just because they want to fucking champion a cause. And that's not how you do shit.
I used to watch.
Think they should get rid of the reviews that people are leaving? Like the shitty
No, I
reviews?
think they should fucking stay the shit out of it. Firewatch can deal with it. They're fucking decent enough, or not Firewatch, whatever the name of the game company is, can deal with it. They made their bed. You do what you can to stem it. You can put a little fucking trigger warning in there for anybody who's too stupid to make their own decision about buying a game, saying, hey, these are just, reviews of players. Some people may review bomb if, they may do this. You can set up a team to go in and try and pull out some of it. You don't have to have all the, but I mean, what are you going to do?
Right.
You either have it or you don't. You can't have both. It's not going to happen.
If only. All right.
How long
No.
ago did that whole thing start? Because I heard about that a
It
while
happened
ago.
a few weeks ago. It was like
Was it a
3
few
weeks
weeks
ago, and PewDiePie fucked up. He even admitted he fucked up. He's like,
Yeah,
look,
he apologized.
I heard people say it, and I always thought they were dumbasses, and then here I am playing, and it just came out. I have no excuse. That's not me. That's not who I want to be. That's not what I want to project. It was a mistake, and I
He does say it
apologize.
without the R a lot in some of his videos.
Dude, everybody, there's like 3 out of 4 videos on YouTube is like, nigga, please. I mean, fuck, man.
Yeah.
The word's out there. It's part of the fucking English language now. Whether you like it or you don't like it, you use it or you don't use it. I'm not fond of it personally speaking. It's not something I run around with a lot, but I know people that do. It is what it is now. I mean, You can't sit there and light somebody on fire every time they fuck up. And PewDiePie, he's the easiest target just because he's the biggest target. And yes, he's made a lot of mistakes in the past. But I think I don't know, man. I agree that what he did was wrong. I don't think it was right. I'm not angry at him for it. I'm like, wow, you fucked up, dude. That wasn't cool. And then I move on with my life. But these people, that's all they focus on for like fucking 3-4 weeks. You're like, shit, let's just go murder him.
Yeah, obviously people are still talking about like this Firewatch thing happened like a few days after after he said it. So obviously like they're just stuck on it.
The thing is we have two people we look at. Well, with this article at least, we're looking at. I'm back, by the way. That poop was almost a spiritual experience. I never squeezed so hard in my life. But on top, we have two people we're looking at. Not just PewDiePie, but we're looking at the people review bombing. And we're looking at the Santos people, the people that made Firewatch. In this situation, with the review bombing, obviously the people review bombing are in the wrong because they're misusing the system. But
the developer is misusing the DMCA system.
Well, the thing is what from what I've heard, they have all the right in the world to do what they did or do what they're doing to PewDiePie, because amongst Let's Players and video game developers, it's just like an unspoken kind of handshake going between them saying it's fair to use our game, but there's no contract in paper saying that like you have the rights to do this. It's just a silent agreement saying that.
Well, it's free advertising for the developer. That's why none of them argue it. But with Firewatch, it's on their website. You may do this. You may do this. We don't mind. It's not fucking contracted between two people, but they've written it on their website. The reason why I don't think this would stand up in court if PewDiePie decided to fight it is because it's on their website. This is how we stand about it, and he says Twitter. It says in the Twitter thing, we're doing this because we don't like him. We don't like what he stands for. We don't like what he did. We don't like the way he's behaving, and we don't want to be associated with that. We're not doing it because it's a copyright issue. We're doing it because we don't like him. And the DMCA thing does not support doing it because you don't like someone.
Yeah, it's. I think they technically are legally, and no, they have the right to do this. What they did, I still think it's. I'm not either way about it because I don't have anything wrong with PewDiePie. I don't watch him. I think that he needs. I know it seems like he doesn't care, but I think he needs to keep a closer eye on the fact that he is the defining. When someone thinks of YouTube and or some kind of content creator, he's one of the defining people that come to mind because he's so large. And someone in that position can't. They have to live their life under a magnifying glass, and that makes it very tough, especially. But like, if you're actively going on, you're putting yourself on air. I know it seems like something that slipped out in the way that he uses it in daily, but I've heard a bunch of things about it, referring also to the fact that in other countries, that word does not hold the same weight that it does in the States. Now, again, I'm not justifying the use of it at all, because I think if you're going to put yourself on the internet, you have to go to a lowest common denominator on the fact that you have to be somewhat respectful of the people watching you. But then again, the people watching can just be like, okay, I'm not going to watch anymore. And that's what people are doing. He's in no way hurting. He still gets a shitload of stuff for YouTube, and on top of that, he has other things that he does. He could literally drop everything, move to Twitch, and make all his money through Twitch, and he won't suffer at all because Twitch is okay with it. They'll be fine with taking all this viewership onto their website. They don't give a shit, and PewDiePie can easily step up, pack up, and move somewhere else, and make his money through Twitch and be just fine. Especially with the whole adpocalypse bullshit going on with YouTube currently in its situation. So it's weird, and we could see that this media system is morphing. It's changing. YouTube's trying to turn themselves into a more family-friendly site, which I don't necessarily. I don't think that's right.
I hate it every time somebody tries to do that.
It's really dumb. They're trying to be like this Disney of online videos.
Why don't they just set up a family site? Boom,
Again,
done.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
even a gaming site like gaming.youtube.com. They talked about that at one point of setting up a YouTube
Or
gaming
do
site.
like a filter like Netflix has, where it has a
Yeah.
family setting and it takes you to an area only for families.
Yeah, well, they have something like that for YouTube, I think, already, where you can only watch so much stuff with it. But still, just make another site, and then just delineate everything. I don't.
Yeah.
It's so dumb, and I understand why they're doing it, because they've had these issues before with ad companies pulling out because their ads are showing on stuff that they wouldn't endorse normally. So they're trying, their company, they're trying to make money, obviously. So they're trying to keep, and if you look at the videos on trending and stuff that are pulling these massive amounts of views, a lot of them are people that don't necessarily need them. Like Taylor Swift releases a new song, and boom, she's like #1 on trending because it's got 30 million views in the matter of a day. So it sits up there at the top and it gets more exposure. Now, she doesn't need that exposure in any way, shape, or form, because that's like piddly amounts of change compared to what she usually makes off of the music. So it's just weird. You see it in the fact that they've changed the trending, the whole messing with the demonetization of videos and shit like that. So it's crazy. YouTube is not the best place to have a dream to make money. It's just not. It's just not what it used to be. It used to be good. And I'd say a lot of people are moving to Twitch and trying to make it big on Twitch, which is a much easier platform to do so. It's just harder to get far. Well, I'm not saying YouTube's easy to do it, but it's definitely crazy stuff. Well, it's something that we're gonna have to watch as it moves. We don't make money off of any of our content, so we're not in any tough boat or any bullshit like that. But I'm definitely interested to see where it goes and what happens moving forward. I see all that time I spent on the toilet, I was thinking about this. I knew you guys were going to talk about this. So we have, I think, one more article before we move on to our main topic.
Yeah, we have one more.
Who read last?
I did.
Jonathan.
What about you, Keon?
I read it.
Has Shawn read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll read.
You right, bitch.
So we have PS4 and Xbox One crossplay was live in Fortnite, but has since been corrected. From a technical standpoint, the ability for PS4 and Xbox One owners to play online together in games like Rocket League is more than possible. But to date, Sony has not given its consent to allow it to happen. Despite that, Fortnite reportedly enables cross-platform play between the two consoles over the weekend, although that has now been turned off and chalked up to an error. A number of posts on Reddit have emerged over the past few days with accounts of crossplay working. This was seemingly
I saw the video on that on the No.
Yeah, this was seemingly first discovered by user Precision, who noticed that while playing on PS4, they were in a game alongside someone using a space in their username. Spaces are disallowed in PSN usernames, suggesting a player on Xbox One. Some speculated that it was merely a PC player, because Fortnite supports crossplay between PS4 and PC. But a further investigation by Reddit and NeoGAF users reveals that the account name does not exist in the Epic launcher used by Fortnite on PC. However, it is the name of an Xbox Live user who has recently played Fortnite. Additional evidence of PS4 and Xbox One crossplay was later shared, including one person who claimed to be playing with their child across the two consoles. Developer Epic Games has seemingly confirmed this was true. Unfortunately, it was not a deliberate addition to the game. When reached for comment, Epic stated, "We had a configuration issue and it has now been corrected." So, they've been talking about crossplay for a while. I know Xbox does it with PC with Rocket League, and it's a thing. I don't understand Sony, because it seems like they're making. I've heard their excuse for it is they like to monitor their community. They want to be able to. What they say exactly? Something along the lines of they like to foster their community, and they don't want outside influence on their community. It's really weird. Sony's just stupid, and we've known this for a while. We've been using the damn system. We know how dumb Sony can be. It's just odd thinking about it. But that does sound interesting. It is. I was trying to find articles 'cause not much has happened really. We just had Destiny 2 news mostly and stuff like that, but gaming news in general, nothing huge. But we're waiting for more stuff to come down the line. October is going to be a decent month with Mario and other stuff like that. But I was just finding some of the bigger things that happened over the week. So I find it interesting. I'd love to have it at a point where I could play with you guys, but sit on my PC. I'll never see that happen with FPS games, but maybe something along the lines of if Code Vein had multiplayer, I could play with Shawn, me being PC, him being PS4, something like that. That'd be cool, but I think we're still far away off from that because Sony's being a bunch of dickbags about it.
It would be a nice thing to have.
Yeah, definitely. Because then we could play with all our old Xbox.
Well, then like the whole thing with Tyler was like he didn't really have a lot of people to play with other than Antonio and Georgie. So he got a PlayStation so he could play with the rest of us. Well, if we didn't have this issue, he wouldn't have had to go out and spend all that money. He could have just, cross-played with us, but they don't do that because they're gay.
Yeah, I think I don't think it would cause too much of a problem either, because PlayStation's still dominating with exclusives. PlayStation, we could all agree that PlayStation won the console war this year, or this generation. With the exclusives, Xbox really hasn't stood out in the last couple of years with anything that like blew people out of the water. Where you have PlayStation dropping Horizon, Persona, and these games that are exclusive to their side and just absolutely kicking ass when it comes to just their exclusives. And then we have some more coming down the line with fucking Spider-Man. Once they drop Spider-Man and Xbox is sitting there, one cool thing is Xbox, that we'll talk about in a bit, is getting PUBG. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of pull that brings for people being able to play PUBG on Xbox. That sounds interesting as well. Which we're going to talk a little bit about PUBG, but that won't be our main topic. So, but I do find it interesting that Epic is trying. They're trying to get this somewhat going, and they have allowed it. And it's just they're getting shut down, and unfortunately, again, they're just getting shut down by. It's crazy how when us as a community, the internet wants to do something, they'll do it just like that. Like Reddit, NeoGAF, especially 4chan, but they're more trolling when they do stuff. But the when everyone's united against a common enemy, the amount of effort put into doing something is insane when it comes to the internet, because all the communication stuff's crazy. Like the whole Shia LaBeouf shit with the flag that he would put down, and then people would find it on the internet. Especially that one, he plopped it down in the middle of a field. And
it was on top of a building in England.
My favorite, hands down, was the picture that he took in the log cabin, and people on 4chan were able to narrow down to where he was to 4 places just by using the wood in the background of the picture.
Yeah.
And they found him.
Yeah, he had that one that was in the middle of the... because they were live streams. So he put the flag down, get a live stream of it going, and so they had a dude driving around in the area. They would pinpoint a basic location, have a dude driving in the area and honking his horn, so people were communicating with him, all to find this fucking flag and knock it over. I think they put a "Make America Great Again" hat on it or some shit like that, and they changed the flag. But just to fuck with them, man, it's insane how.
Speaking of that. One of my friends here has a Kekistan flag.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's funny. I'll just shut up. Actually, I'm gonna leave. Bye.
It was nice talking to you all.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next month.
Okay.
On my monthly episode.
Oh man. All right, so I'm gonna talk a little bit. Actually, I don't know, because it might take a while. We're already at 1:30, so we might just go on to our main topic, which we don't know what it is yet.
No, dude, you've been wanting to do that. You do it. We'll have time.
I'm thinking. What are we gonna do for the main topic, though?
That must be painful.
What do you guys want to? Because we had a couple options. There was competitive versus.
I
co-op.
thought we were going to talk about PUBG, but
we can.
Like Shawn said, neither of us really know a whole lot about PUBG.
Well, it was more about the idea of how the game came about, not the game in general.
Oh.
Yeah, just because. Okay, I'm gonna give a background of what's going on with PUBG being the most popular game, concurrent user wise, in this year and in the last couple years. It's broken records upon records for concurrent players. I think at this point we're sitting at like 800,000 concurrent players, which is a day. So it means 800,000 people get on and hop on PUBG and play PUBG at its peak times, which is fucking insane. And with the game being popular, it came from PlayerUnknown. What is his name? Shit. I'm going to search up his name real quick. Because he has a name. He's not anonymous.
Most people have names.
Yes, indeed. I'm just going to go there. Wikipedia real quick. But PlayerUnknown himself came from the team that worked on H1Z1, which is a game of similar liking, but it was run by, I think Sony is who did it. But he didn't like the way that they were kind of restricting creative flow. And what happened was I need the Wikipedia. They're giving me like gun tips and shit. I don't give a fuck. I want to know the history of the game. There we go. Brendan Green is his name. That's his name. Okay, so PlayerUnknown, or Brendan Green, worked on Arma mods in the past. He made a decent amount of Arma mods that got popular, and he basically attuned them to this battle royale styling that we see sprouting up amongst these other games that have been popular recently. So again, H1Z1 King of the Kill, which is effectively the same exact thing, just the game runs differently. And he worked for the H1Z1 team. He worked on that team, and he basically consulted the team developing the game, and he's like gave them ideas what to do. But eventually he left, and he decided he was going to make his own team and create a mod for Arma 3 that would work in the same vein of a battle royale style shooter. For those of you who don't know, which is a small amount, but battle royale shooters are effectively, they amass a bunch of people, they matchmake a bunch of people together in a group, and then all these people are then dropped onto a very large map where they proceed to, you could choose exactly where you want to go. You survive, you forage weapons and gear, heals, stuff like that, and then it's basically Hunger Games style where everyone goes at each other's throats until there's one remaining. And on top of that, you have usually a ring of some sort of a hazardous zone that will slowly close, so you prevent one person from camping in a corner of the map the whole game. And it will close down to one section of the map where the last remaining people will proceed to just go ham on each other until there's one remaining. And with these games, we have Brendan separating from the H1Z1 team and moving over to create his own thing. And he took, because they were being governed by Sony. So they had certain things that I deal with, like there's some dumb things in H1Z1 where you can you could spend real money on crates that will drop in game that you could proceed to pick up and get guns from. So although PUBG is not free of microtransactions, they're only cosmetic, which we've talked about before. I have no problems with cosmetic loot boxes and stuff like that, because they ultimately don't affect the gameplay in any way, shape, or form. You could argue with PUBG that it kind of can if you're wearing like something black or something rare that kind of makes you harder to be seen in darker environments or something. But a lot of you'll still see a moving person. A lot of times the game's in daytime, so it's not a big deal. But Brendan Green, he left because he wanted to build his own game. He wanted to build something that he knew would fit the battle royale style, and something that he knew exactly, stuff he's been working on almost his whole life with all these Arma 2 mods. He worked a bit on He worked a little bit on DayZ and stuff like that. And working together with this other team that he built to create this brand new thing from the ground up in the styling of, if you look at it kind of like how they did with, now it's an off comparison, but Sonic Mania. They take an idea and they give it to the fans. The fans go ham on the idea and make it the way they know the fans will enjoy it. And then it does popular. And then here you have the Sonic team sitting there with a game released, not done by them, getting 8s and 9s out of 10s, and then the last 5 3D Sonic games that have been created were just garbage because they weren't liked by the fans at all. So it's the same case of a fan taking an idea and building it in the way that he knows fans will enjoy it. And that's how we've seen it grow in such an insane popularity. A lot of the reasons, I want to say a lot of the reasoning behind why it's become so popular is definitely streamers, because they got the idea out there. That's what all the exposure came from, streamers. And on top of that, it's a game that's easy to jump into, can be played with 3 other friends, and once you lose, it's easy to jump out of and jump right back into. Kind of like Overwatch. One of the reasonings that Overwatch is so popular.
What is this game?
PUBG.
What the hell is PUBG?
PlayerUnknown's Battleground. Did you not listen to me explain what it was? It's like Battle Royale. It's Hunger Games, but a game.
Sounds boring AF.
It's actually
I think
pretty
I'd
fun.
rather watch Battle Royale.
Well,
I think I'd rather stab my eyeballs out.
I'll have you play it. It's not that bad. It's very tense because you could always, there's at any point where you could either run into someone whose goal is to kill you and you have to kill them.
It's like an RPG?
No, it's a shooter.
Wow.
Yeah. You get on a plane, all 90 people are dropped onto a map, and everyone has to survive and kind of forage stuff to kill everyone else. And then the last person winning, you win. And then you get a currency that you could spend on these cosmetic loot boxes every week. So, but with all that, I'd say a lot of the reasoning behind that is, again, it's something that can be played with friends, which is a huge thing. It's gotten huge acknowledgement from streamers, which have given it a bunch of exposure. And on top of that, it's something that's easy to pick up. The barrier to entry is low because it's not a very graphic intensive game, and it's cheap. It's only $30. What happened?
Sound like economics.
Oh.
The barrier to entry is low?
Barrier to entry is low because it's cheap. It's a $30 game. And so it's just exploded in popularity. And it's crazy. When you look at the game in a base, it's been out for... It's grown quite quickly. It's grown to where it is in only a couple months. But in the time being, I've heard that they're working on other things. We've had the same map the entire time. And I know it takes a while to develop this stuff. And if you talk to someone about PUBG, excuse me. Goodness gracious. If you talk to someone about PUBG, since everyone's been talking about it for the last couple months, everyone feels like it's been here forever. But it's only been here for a couple months. So I want to see how long this game will stick. I want to see how long this game will continue to be here. And again, I know you guys haven't played it. I know Shawn has read and seen Battle Royale, which is technically what this stuff is inspired off of. And it's just, it's interesting when you think about it that you have this man that's separated from a company in order to do his thing, and he achieved his dream. It's a really nice story when you think about it for people that want to go into game design, that in this day and age, it's entirely possible with the way that we are so connected to each other. If you have a good idea and a basic skill set or a team to help you make that idea put that idea into fruition, you can hit big, especially with gaming. And this story is exactly what happened with Brendan Green, Mr. PlayerUnknown, and creating this just beast of a thing. And again, now we're seeing Xbox want to pick it up, and if they get it and PlayStation doesn't, that's a huge benefit to Xbox because they land this exclusive thing. Although I've heard it's launch exclusive for Xbox One X with doing the quotations, which means it might come to PlayStation later, but they'll have like a launch exclusive, which means it will be on Xbox for a while, then move over to PlayStation. But I could definitely see this game eventually coming to consoles, just because it's so fucking popular, and then they'll continue to make more and more money. The only issue that people are having is that this company knows it's been built up by the streamers. They know the streamers is who they have to thank for it, and I've heard a lot of issues of people having where they get banned because they killed a streamer, not even knowing that person was streaming, and that person turned around, cried to the developers that they were getting stream sniped, and then that person proceeds to be banned from the game, which I've heard a lot of people having issues with, which I think is total bullshit. Because if you're putting yourself on the internet, same thing with the PewDiePie thing. If you're putting yourself on the internet, you're automatically signing up for certain checklists of stuff that you have to tier. You have to know people can watch your shit. You know what that means? They basically can screen look pretty much. They know exactly where you are because you're fucking streaming. So there's some things you come to expect being a streamer. When you give people the ability to do stuff, we all know humanity's not the best. They're kind of shitty. Us as people. You give people access to something, you'll always have someone abuse it. So I don't think the way that the devs are going about this, just crying or dealing with the streamers because they know that's where their exposure is coming from, and just banning people left and right because it's basically was it Red Riding Hood? That was no, that was two different fairy tales, right? Boy Who Cried Wolf.
It's Red Riding Hood.
That's Red Riding Hood? No, I thought that was two different
No,
fairy
it's
tales.
the boy. What are you talking about?
The Boy Who Cried Wolf is its own fairy tale, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like Boy Who Cried Wolf. So they're saying,
That's more like a
he did
fable
something
than
he
a fairy
didn't do.
tale.
Drop him. And he gets banned. And then it's just, you're pissing people off. So now people are resorted to review bombing fucking PUBG because of this issue. So that was
Because
just
you get a bunch of prissy fucking YouTubers who have never dealt with fame before.
exactly
Who got famous way too early, whose parents didn't raise them to be fucking humble, who are now bitching and moaning because they're not getting their way or their precious reputation got stepped on, but they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, this YouTube.
If I ever get like that, Kyle, I give you full permission to take a wild Australian kangaroo, cage me up, and have it rape me. All right, I give you permission to fucking arrange for that. If I ever become a famous asshole,
is that like a
like
kink?
fucking, you can do that.
Is that like a kink you have or something? Why did it get so
I don't know. I just tried to think of something unusual and unpleasant.
All right.
Kangaroos
I
being
see you,
notoriously violent.
I see you, Shawn. Well, I don't know how that's gonna happen in the first place because we're not getting there. but
it might happen.
you'd have to
I'm
do
just saying,
something.
hypothetically, if I become famous and I turn into a fucking dick like that,
yeah, Shawn will be the next.
I hope somebody takes me to task.
What's a cringy viral video?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Pretty
Who's
much
Jake
everything
Paul?
you send me.
Who is Jake Paul?
Who's Jake Paul?
You don't know who Jake Paul
Yeah.
is?
Shawn will be the next Jake
What?
Paul. Shawn will be the next Jake Paul. He'll be on Disney Channel. I can
Get his
imagine.
ass kicked.
I can imagine
I will kill
Shawn
you.
on Disney Channel, but he's like in one of those shows like Wizards of Waverly Place when it's fucking Shawn as the main character. I would love to see that. I'd pay to see that actually. And he's just surrounded by all these like teenagers, but he's acting like a teenager. Fuck, I'd pay to see that shit.
A teenage girl.
Yeah, teenage girl. We'll call it
That's so Shawn.
That's so
No.
Shawn.
What's his ability though? To spot shitty games.
Oh yeah. No, he could read. No, I'm thinking what he can do is if he takes his phone out, right?
Okay.
And he flashes like a flash shot like of a
Alright.
picture
Yeah.
in a girl onto a girl, right? He'll hypnotize them, right?
Uh-huh.
And then dirty sex ensues.
What?
Okay?
What?
That's not gonna be on Disney Channel.
It'd be on Disney Channel. Yeah.
That's just what I need. Your
I
mom's
can-
gonna be like,
no.
"I told you so, Caitlyn."
If we get
Yeah.
enough, what we can
20 years
do
from now.
is I can take the That's So Raven intro, but Photoshop we'll edit Shawn's face onto Raven for the entire intro.
No.
And then all he's got to do is send me a bunch of different like high quality photos of his face doing different reactions, and it'll just be his face masked to Raven's head.
Who's gonna be like her friend though?
Okay, me, you, Antony, and Jonathan, obviously. Maybe Sam will be like one of the background characters. I'm talking away from the mic. I'm not even listening to my own rules. I don't even remember the friends. The black guy has got to be Antony. It's got to be Antony.
And the girl.
The annoying white chick is
Yeah.
Caitlyn. That's 100% Caitlyn.
Yeah, that's me. I even kind of look like her.
I'll be the little brother, Corey. Was that it?
Corey in the house?
Because was Corey in the house? Wasn't Corey in the house and That's So Raven like a shared universe, or were they just the same actors? Caitlyn's eyes just expanded 100 times.
I don't know. Let's see.
But he was in that. He was in that show,
Is
right?
his name Corey?
In the House, yeah. Corey in the House is the best anime of 2017. Did you not know
Shut
that?
the fuck up.
Yeah, no, Corey. Oh, I don't think the shows were connected. Remember when they had the Wizards of Waverly Place movie, Caitlyn?
Yeah, that's
That
just
shit
on,
was
that's on
lit.
Netflix. I have
Yo,
to watch
Selena
it.
Gomez was. What?
No, wait.
What does she look like now? Does she look the same?
Corey!
Corey, that's his name?
On That's So Raven.
Yeah, his name was Corey, and they had to be.
Yeah, they had to be
universes.
connected.
Yeah, he moved
That's
out,
a-
and then he
Spin-off!
moved in the white.
Corey
It's
in
a
the
spin-off.
House!
I knew it.
Oh my god!
The Dooku is real.
Shut up.
Oh man, there we go. I'll be Corey though,
That's lit.
but in his younger form, because I'm like that to Shawn right now. I'm like a younger brother to him, and he just like holds me under his wing.
So is Shawn the dad?
No, Shawn is Raven.
Oh!
Yeah, Shawn's Raven, and then I'm just the annoying little brother that annoys him because that's what I do. That's my job.
Accurate.
This is a thing. We can go far with this until we get hit by copyright claims.
Oh no.
No, you change enough. You've owned it.
Yeah, it's transformative at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the description, I'll put #fair use 100 times, and they won't be able to touch me. We'll be good to go.
And it's satirical
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something.
Something, yeah.
Let's get it started.
There we go. We'll be like Ethan, be in that lawsuit.
Oh jeez.
Oh, jeez. So that's all I had to say really about PUBG.
Awesome.
What do you... I like... My biggest thing to take away from this is the fact that it's nice to see that this success story of someone that went from making mods to something that's the most concurrent played game in the last year exists. I think it's a really nice nod to people that are getting into game design, that it's still possible. You don't have to be part of a big company to make it big, especially in this day and age with the way we are so connected to one another. And it's so easy to get a game on Steam. We know that the amount of pure complete shit horror games that exist on there already is any indication. It's super easy to get your game on Steam. So all it is you need to have that drive, that passion, that team behind you, and you can make it big. Are you okay? She's like look like you're trying to make yourself throw up, sticking your tongue down your throat. What are you doing? Is it hair?
What?
Ew. Get it. You got this. I hate when you get hair on in your mouth. That is the worst feeling because you feel it all the time.
Swallowed it.
You swallowed it.
That's
Good job.
fucking gross. Oh my god.
So, but yeah, what do you guys think about this? This success story that we have. I think it's nice for people getting into the industry. I think it's really cool to see something like this if you're just starting out. The fact that like, oh, I could do this too. I can make it big. I just got to get that idea out there. Find the next grand thing that people want and tailor it to that crowd. So I think that's cool. That was pretty much the only reason I want to talk about it, and that's why I thought it would be cool to talk about it with you guys, because we talk about stuff like this, the industry in general, the market, these ideas we discuss often. So I thought it'd just be cool to get your guys' opinions, what you think, before we really don't. We have like 10 minutes left, so. This episode is already the shit show episode, so we've lost all sense of direction, although we've been doing a pretty good job, so we might just leave that as the main topic since we're getting close to the end. But would you guys be willing to play this if it came to console?
No.
No? What about you, Shawn? Would you be willing to
It
play a
doesn't
game of
sound
PUBG?
terribly interesting. I'll try anything once, but I'm not overly fond of competitive gaming, dude.
Yeah,
I like team-based gaming, but I'm not overly fond of competitive gaming.
Yeah.
I never have been. I like Overwatch because the characters are fun and I get to play with you guys. But that's the only reason. I don't pick that shit up on my own.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, I use.
I really don't like competitive games. They're not my thing. I mean, occasionally it's nice, but usually when it's team based. But on my own, I'm just not driven. I'm not.
Well,
I'm competitive, but I'm not competitive on that kind of level.
Well, you can play.
I mean, you should see me with some fucking Mario Kart though. I get pretty bad with Mario Kart.
Oh,
Dog,
let me tell you.
God.
We were talking about because my boss recently got a Switch. And we were talking about we're waiting for Smash to come so I could just take all of my coworkers and pleasurely fucking annihilate
is Smash
them.
coming to the Switch?
What?
Oh, sorry.
It's finger in her nose. I hope so. I can't see why it wouldn't. It'd be there
Makes
eventually.
sense to have it.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna release a new Smash and just put it on the 3DS, knowing Nintendo. That's how fucking stupid they are.
They do that. I'm gonna go to their headquarters.
You're gonna go to the headquarters?
Fuck them up.
You're gonna fuck them up?
Yeah.
Is that a threat?
Yes,
I'm gonna
there's
throw a
going
bunch
to be
of
a
Switches
Smash.
at you.
It's going to be next year.
It's definitely coming. But when it does come, now
I'm just thinking.
Anyone the ability to throw down at any time. Normally, you have to invite someone in your house to.
No. I'm just
annihilate them?
daydreaming about the people that fuck up the ass.
Oh my god!
Smash. Just Oh, there's a guy that talks mad shit at work about how
Smash?
good he is at Smash. He's like,
Oh shit!
I've been to tournaments. And...
Oh shit!
You know who his main is?
Who?
Captain Falcon. Who
Well,
the fuck mains Captain
Captain
Falcon?
Falcon isn't as good in 4 as he was in Melee.
No, but they main him, and they're like, I've been in tournaments, and I've
Oh shit!
won.
What
I'm
Smash
like,
does he play?
4.
4? What a bitch!
I'm like, let's go.
Tell him Kyle said he was a bitch.
It's Alejandro.
He's a bitch.
He's a bitch, right? Yeah,
he's a bitch.
He's a bitch.
All right, that was
Yeah,
nice.
only douchebags main Falcon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know, right? Fucking. It's all about
who do you main, Kyle?
Rosalina.
Oh yeah, no one.
No, well,
No, I'd
the
say
person I put the most time into would probably be Mario.
no. What's the name?
It depends on the game, I think.
What's
you
the
know?
girl from Fire Emblem that you play?
I don't play the girl from Fire Emblem.
What's her name?
Lucina?
Lucina.
I don't play her.
Dog, you used to play her all the time.
I used to until I figured out I suck ass with her. Yo, Lucina's hot.
It's all about Little Mac.
That's some hot ass Fire Emblem characters.
Little Mac was broken in the last one.
He wasn't that good.
He was
He had garbage Ariel.
He
If
was
you had a character-
That's his only flaw.
If you
though.
had
Overpowered.
characters that could beat him in
He was like
footsies-
Pit on Smash Melee.
If you had characters that could beat him in footsies, like
Yeah, but that
Rosalina
was his
Luma-
only flaw. Was
Yeah, but that's
his
a
Ariel.
big ass flaw. If you get him
But
far enough
if you
off
get
the
her,
map,
if you learn around it enough,
that's what I'm saying. If you have someone that could beat him in footsies, like Rosalina Luma or Yoshi or something like that, or because his airspeed is garbage, and on top of that, he can barely do anything in the air. If he tries to do like an aerial attack, it's garbage.
I know.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
But
it's-
obviously, if you play him long enough, then you can learn around his.
No,
flaws.
yeah. At that point, it's a skill game. But the thing is you have to work harder. That's what I'm saying. If someone is somewhat decent at Rosalina Luma and knows how to use Luma, they'll shit on you because they could beat you at footsies. And if Little Mac can't get his footsies going on, then he just can't do anything because that's what he's best at. So if he can't get that going, and you have someone that will beat you at zoning, then you're fucked at that point. And that's what Rosalina's all about, is zoning. Or someone that's really good with projectiles. Little Mac can't deal with projectiles. He has super armor on his side.
Little Mac is the best.
Did you see how loud?
I'm
he
not
is?
particularly fond of him, but
I don't
I
think
use,
he's good either.
since you asked, I like the main Samus. I do both Zero Suit and Armored
I play
Samus.
Zero Suit. I love Zero Suit.
I like to main Fox a lot. I know I play all of them just because I get bored, but I like the main Fox, and I also like to do Link. And I'm especially fond of Zelda when she not so much. I mean, I use her one form, but I prefer using her.
Sheik.
Yeah, Sheik.
They've been
I prefer the
separated
Sheik
before.
form.
Yeah.
She's her own character now.
Yeah, I'm kind of fond of Sheik. I like them. Sheik's nice with mobility.
Sheik's top tier in 4.
No, it's Little Mac. Kyle.
Little Mac is like really down there. I think like top tier is like I'm not entirely knowledgeable about
Top
this.
tier is this like big ass rectangle,
I think it's Yoshi.
and it's just Little Mac.
I think it's like Yoshi, Rosalina Luma, Sheik,
Little Mac.
Little Mac, obviously.
Has anybody used Mega Man?
Mega Man's
How good was he?
No, the lowest of
He's
the low is the spinny guy.
The spinny guy.
Knight, the Knight dude. What's his
Oh,
name?
Meta Knight's
Meta
good.
Knight.
That's
Meta
why he's
Knight?
banned in tournaments.
No, he's he's broken.
That's not.
That's
why
a
he's
broken-
Meta
banned in
Knight.
tournaments.
Yeah, well, Meta Knight's been broken for years, so.
Yeah,
I don't know why they just
decide
never
to
give a
fix
shit.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the other banned character?
The other band. I think only Meta Knight's banned.
Is it Kirby?
No, Kirby's shit. The fuck? Kirby's not good.
I
think
guess
Meta
it's-
Knight's
I
only
think it's
banned
just-
character. I know Ice Climbers was banned in Melee, but that's because you could 0 to 100 someone to death if you got them in there's like this weird grab thing you can do where you literally just fucking the person that's been grabbed. There's like this glitch. I don't know what it is. It's an exploit, but they sit there and slowly take damage. And you know how like if you grab someone, Caitlyn, and you could hit them a few times before you throw them.
Yeah.
It's like that, but they can't break out of the grab, so they're infinitely stuck in the grab. And you just pummel them until they hit 100, and then throw them, and they're
Who
dead.
the fuck thought that was a good idea?
I don't know, but it's like allowed. It was allowed.
Who
in
thought that
tournaments.
they had to develop another Meta Knight, and they made him the same exact way? Like, who thought that was a good idea?
They probably just transitioned his moveset into the new engine.
Yeah, like who
Yeah.
thought that was a good idea?
I don't know. The same reason they release all these DLC characters that are broken as shit. Well, they're not
Oh
broken,
my
but they're really
God.
good.
Yeah,
The
well,
hair-
in Melee, it was
Bayonetta.
broken.
Bayonetta. Oh my god.
Oh, I can't wait to play
fucking
Bayonetta.
hate Bayonetta. I used to have a friend that just played Bayonetta, and
She's good.
I would get so mad.
Cloud's really good.
She's broken.
Yeah.
Bayonetta is so. She has that counter.
Fuck, what's her name? The Fire Emblem character that's a dragon. Shit.
The
She's good too. Hey.
like the counter
yeah.
that like slows you down and you
Bayonetta's
can't get
counter
out of
is
that.
Pretty strong.
Bullshit. That's straight
Oh
bullshit.
god, we triggered.
And I would
Find
play-
your
What
safe
about
space.
I would
Ness?
play-
How's Ness doing?
Ness is strong as shit.
He's
so
strong.
Is,
Oh my
well,
god,
Lucas
he's so
is,
strong.
Lucas is stronger, but Ness is strong too.
And then
Lucas
the
kicks
Dragon
ass, though.
Girl. The Dragon Girl's ridiculous.
Now this is
Freaking
knowledge from like a couple months ago. I haven't played or stayed up to date with it in a while, so I don't know any changes they've made. But this is what I knew a couple months ago.
Just nerf Bayonetta and we're good.
Well, I don't know what they've done with them. I know a lot of the DLC characters are just strong. I think the weakest is Reed.
I honestly don't think they haven't changed anything. I mean, I don't think they've changed.
Oh,
whatever.
I don't think so
they've
either.
changed anything.
Talk about Nintendo. I'm hyped for Mario. Mario's gonna be cool.
What, Mario Odyssey?
Yeah,
That'll
Odyssey.
get me to travel down there. I'll fucking take an Uber just to come down and play Mario.
Damn, that's an expensive ass drive.
That's it, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll be able to see you too, darling.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
almost as expensive as ordering McDonald's using Uber.
And my boo Antony, my little snuggle bunny.
Aw.
How about you pay for half the way and we'll pay for the other half?
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
You just gotta convince someone to drive you to Southern Florida.
Where do you?
Don't Ubers have like a range that they go?
Yeah. You live in.
I wonder
Probably.
what fucker
You
got
live in
stuck
Central
with. You have to
Florida?
patrol all of what?
You live in.
Yeah, he's like
I'm in
he's like a
Central Florida.
3-4 hour drive away from us. Was it 3 hours? It's like a 3-4 hour drive.
I think it's like 3.
Yeah.
I
That's not-
got a
that's not
bunch
too
of
bad.
like
No, it's
free
not.
plane flights, so what I'd probably do is just fly down there one time.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get
yeah,
in
dog.
like
2
20
seconds.
minutes.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
You step into
Yeah.
the plane.
2
and it's already
seconds.
landed.
I'm there before I board the plane.
Yeah, you walk into the door. You still have your bags. It's already landed, and you walk in. You turn around and walk back out.
Damn, that'd be expensive ass plane ticket. Getting there in 2 seconds.
Yeah, you just walk through. You just walk through a portal, and you're there. That'd be cool.
I'm down.
That's the future of travel. Or you'll just have
2020.
like they'll recreate Goku and just have him instant transmission everybody, and then pay him money to do so.
Just give everyone clouds.
Nimbus clouds?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah, let's do that.
Although
We have to develop
it sounds very difficult.
Hi,
Yeah,
you're
we
just a
don't
Nebby nanny,
We don't
alright?
have a Nebby nanny. What's a Nebby nanny? What the fuck is that? You're just a Nebby nanny. Don't ask me what it means. It's derogatory.
I think I meant
Like, that's
Debbie.
our word. You can't use Nebby nanny.
I think I meant
You don't
Debbie.
know the weight behind Nebby nanny. My ancestors died for Nebby nanny.
I think I meant Debbie Downer.
Debbie Downer was the
I don't
proper
know what
term.
the fuck Debbie
Nebby nanny. You're so stupid.
I don't know what
You're
the
so
fuck.
stupid.
Don't
We're
be a
falling-
Nebby nanny.
Welcome to the shit show, guys.
It's 10:30. It's past my bedtime.
It's not 10:30. It's only 9:20.
It's 10:30 basically.
That's basically 10:30.
It's past my
You heard it here,
bedtime.
folks.
Yeah.
If it's 8 o'clock, it's
It's-
basically 9 o'clock.
Shut the fuck. If
Oh,
it's
man.
8:40, it's basically 9 o'clock.
I really hope the sound to this episode isn't so bad that it's not
Yo,
pleasurable.
where does Jonathan go?
I don't know. Fucking died.
He said he was leaving.
I might have to get.
Did he? I didn't hear that.
I might have to get a new mic because my other mic
I
is
didn't actually.
loud.
Well, I mean, I half expected him to.
We'll see what it sounds like.
Yeah, being a disappointment as usual.
Yeah, I have to like be right on it, and it's still not as loud as yours, and we have the gain set at the exact same. So if you're listening and you know anything about that, let me know, or hit me up on Discord or whatever to help me out because I don't know what's causing it. I think the mic's just crapping out, which sucks because we've only had it for a couple months.
I don't think that's what it is.
I don't know because I was doing the same thing on the stream yesterday. So yeah. Any last thoughts? We're just approaching the 2-hour mark, so we're hitting our normal time. You guys have any final words before we do our outros? Anything that you remember from the week that you want to bring up?
Oh, wait,
Destiny RNG hates me.
It does indeed.
What is
We
it?
completed the raid. We talked about that earlier, but we
Oh,
didn't
sorry.
even fucking get anything good from it. It was bad. But we're not going to spoil anything about it. Although I did it to everyone in our friends group. Oh, man.
Yeah, all right. And then we get new players. He's like, all right, guys, don't say anything to spoil it. And we're like, well, you already fucking spoiled it for us.
Well, they already beat the raid. They knew about it. So, it doesn't count. Telling you, man, I'm Corey.
Heavy side.
Sean's Raven. We got this. That, you know
By
what?
the
That'll be-
way,
Sean,
you
can
guys
send me
already know, right? You
you
guys
send
already
me-
know that he's a... You already know, right?
Are
No,
you
Kyle,
speaking
I didn't fucking
sentences?
already know. You cocksucker.
What the hell's going on right now?
Sean, you need to send me a high-resolution picture of your face. And that's going to be our
Looks a little
thumbnail.
better.
I'm going to put it
Just a little
on
better.
That's So Raven's body. And that'll be our
Oh
thumbnail.
shit, we gotta do. You have Photoshop?
I wish. I don't have Photoshop.
Should be.
Do you have some form of Photoshop?
No.
Then how the hell are you gonna do that?
I don't know.
Do you have Photoshop? No. Do you have some form of Photoshop? In the last
Fine.
5 seconds, what has happened to make you think that no will change?
Let's Google Photoshop.
Photoshop's expensive, Kaylin. To add
Yeah, you
Photoshop.
can. I think you can rent it.
Yeah, well, that's what I do with Premiere.
$4.
But if I want like a thing that has both Photoshop and Premiere, it's going to cost me like $40 a month.
Wait, no, I don't want a free trial. I want.
And I don't use Photoshop enough.
I want bootleg Photoshop.
Bootleg Photoshop? Get it, girl. Why do you
How
use
much?
Photoshop?
What is
So we
Photoshop
can
going for
Photoshop
now?
That's So
3?
Raven on
The whole
John's
suite?
What happened, Sean?
What is Photoshop going
like,
for now?
If you're
It's like
renting
$3
it,
grand.
It's like, oh, to buy the whole thing? I don't fucking
Yeah.
know. It's expensive as shit.
Extended crack. What the fuck is that?
Crack is like a pirated version of the game that's designed
Yeah.
to not need a key to operate.
Well, that's what we need.
We're not on the podcast.
On the
Guys, we're doing
podcast.
some illegal
Here,
shit
listen,
right now.
Listen,
She grows a
Yeah.
peg leg,
Aren't there,
starts
like,
talking about
apps you can download?
parrots.
the CPU's fucking
There you
up.
go.
Saw that?
No.
So yeah, we have. That was episode 20. The shit show is what we're gonna name this episode. Thank you all for tuning in, coming to hang out with
Here.
us, talk with us.
The poop
Pixar.
parade.
This is the best.
I use that shit on my phone.
Yeah, it's the best thing to use. Let's
Cool.
get a photo of.
We'll
That's
do this
so
after.
Raven.
We'll do this later, tomorrow.
No, I want
Because
to-
I'm not going to school tomorrow because I'm going to go see the
I wanna
movie. Oh my god, what the fuck? Alright,
That's racist.
so do we got any sign-offs from the hosts? What about you, Kaylin? You got anything to say to us?
Have a good week, everyone.
Oh shit, what about you, Sean?
Hugs and kisses and all your pink hearts.
Son of a
So
bitch.
Raven has a 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb.
Fuck them.
Who the fuck
How
downgraded
dare
this
they?
show?
There we go.
There you go. Alright, let me look at her fucking face, it's so dirty. You guys need to join us on Wednesdays for our after hours. Although we didn't do one we didn't do one last Wednesday, I'm sorry. But
Fuck off, Kyle.
where we stream ourselves
this
being
bullshit?
stupid, so you guys can come in and hang out with us. Again, if you guys like our content, feel free to hit subscribe. Click that bell on you if you're on YouTube to get more from us. If you want to support us, feel free to leave an iTunes review. We will read it on the podcast. And anything that you can do to help out on the YouTube video as well. If you have something you want to ask us, put in a comment. Leave a like or share the video.
Ow.
Share the video with friends. We would really appreciate it. Shawn, you said your hugs and kisses already?
I did, yes.
Okay. So we will see you next week on the same bat time, same bat channel.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
Shawn's a pedo.
I get it.
Sean's a pedo. No, 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 no.
Call
I
him.
like how you stopped. You didn't like
He's
that,
like,
did you?
how dare you call me a pedo?
Nothing.
Stop.
Stop. I need to stop.
Wait.
recording.
I'm registering Pix account.